from the CLM bus. I'm glad you could join us. The IT guy, who knows why. Don't look at me like that. Just again, glad you could join us. What to do, baby?
Well, welcome.
Hey, man,
How
take
we
that.
doing?
Oh, look. Okay, look. If y'all gonna start messing with the buttons, man, I'm gonna go. The game is on.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching the game.
Okay, well, I mean, happy for you. Go lucky would do whoopie do. You know what I mean to say? Anyway, Double J didn't even say what he's supposed to say. You know what I'm trying to tell you? This is what I asked for. I said the rundown, couple of them, and then after the fact, and more. ... But anywho, let's start the show. All right, we only got one item on the menu for y'all today. We're gonna try to get through things. Okay, I know y'all.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Let me finish. Bro, we can't get through the show. It's people that want to go see the game, bro. At least let them see the fourth quarter.
I had to study 13 notes worth of stuff, and we got one item on the menu today.
First of all, if you listen with your ears instead of your, you might heard what I said. I said the one item is called the rundown, but underneath that header are a multitude of things to be discussed. My gosh, yeah. Why do we have a Discord? Tell me, why do we have a Discord? Why?
Bruh.
Why do we have a Discord?
I'm telling you. It's when go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, exactly.
We only have one item, but that item got several items in it.
I said one item as in the rundown, but underneath that header, that one header.
Hey, the trauma of ACTs and SATs is going to haunt many hearing this intro from our host.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I tell you what. Speaking of SATs, if two people I know wouldn't take their sweet time in the Discord, we might have this might not be no dysfunction. I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
Anywho, in question form, I have a list of, or should I say a cornucopia of some stuff that took here in the last few days, maybe weeks or so, whatever it is, since the last show on the sports landscape. Okay, I'm just trying to cover the whole gambit. Is that okay?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, but Double J, I need you to throw that picture. Get that picture ready, Double J. Man, this is what I mean right here, man. You can't good help get. And why are you doing? Oh boy. Okay. Anyway. All right. But anyway, I wanted to start with a little thing, a little twist I wanted to add just for the day. I don't know. We might bring it back next week, the following week.
All right.
Who knows? But who's your doppelganger?
Who's my doppelganger? Sorry, I'm having lighting issues. I'm so sorry.
Well, we know who your doppelganger is. Bokeem Woodbine in one of his movies, because you still got that tank top on. I mean, what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying? You thugnificent or something?
Man, listen, it's a long day.
Please. Man, please. Okay. Hey, listen, man. We get it. You've been doing push-ups, bro. I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that, bro.
It's a shirt, man.
Oh, okay. But you flexing though. For what?
You know my stature, bro.
What's with all the?
That's not. No, I'm
man. Listen. I tell you what. Save that. Whatever you doing right now, save it for the turnbuckle. Okay, the wrestling show, because that's what you look like, Bautista, or somebody like that. Anyway, I'm just saying, man. Let's get through this because we got stuff we don't get through. But anyway, while Double J is supposedly getting that Hootie doppelganger, I do want to say, college football. Did you see college football? What the deal is? College football? Did you see that? The college football playoffs. Okay, here it is. The CFP has unanimously adopted a change to the seeding format.
Okay.
Teams will now be seeded 1 through 12, and conference champs will not, I repeat, not automatically get a bye, as in bye, Felicia, per ... Your fault.
Right, because every team on the bye lost in the first round. Everybody last season, every team who had a bye lost that first.
No, they
game.
didn't. They
did. Yeah, the top.
Well, how many? It ain't but so many buys to start with. So I mean,
right. So
every team. This ain't the NCAA hoop tournament now. We ain't talking about 38,000.
No. There were the top. Remember, the top 4. It was 12, right? The top 4 got a bye.
Didn't Ohio State get a bye?
No, they didn't. Remember, they didn't. Right, because they didn't play the Big Ten championship. So the Big Ten champion got a bye. That was Oregon. And look what we did to Oregon.
Yeah, it was
Right.
that game wasn't even close, was it?
Remember, we played Tennessee. I say we. I'm from Columbus. I live in Columbus. So, right.
Yeah, say yeah. You, y'all.
Oh, stop it with your bro. You might as well have the elf on all that Browns gear we got on. We ain't even talking NFL today.
Hey, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Continue. don't be trying to throw rocks over here, bro. You know what I'm trying to say?
But I digress.
Yeah, please. What you mean you undress? Man, nobody want to see that, man. It's a family show, bro.
Wow.
This dude right here, man. Wow. I gotta undress.
No, I said I digress.
Oh, sorry. Let me fix my headphones. Anyway, what was you saying?
So every team that received a bye in the CFP last year, they did not win their game. They were one and done. Every team that got a bye lost that first game after let's say the wild card round, if you will, of the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
And that's because they try to schedule it like it's the pros, but they don't understand, or they did not consider how much of an effect a layoff happens, like how significant a layoff already happens. The college football season is over. The regular season is over effectively at the 1st of December or end of November, right? Because by then, that's when
because it's a longer gap between the end of season, even if you're a conference champion or not. It's a longer gap between the end of season and the playoffs or whatever playoff game you in, right? Or the playoffs,
right?
Than it is in the NFL, even if I'm going off the top of my dome, and my memory is terrible.
No, that's exactly right. The NFL, the next week after, remember, the next week, there's no bye week before the postseason in the NFL. After week 18, first week of playoff, wild card round, there's no bye week between that. The college football, you're darn near playing the same number of games. You're increasingly.
Yeah, it is a bye for whatever NFL team got the best record.
Hold on, here's what I'm saying. There is a bye for that one team now. Top seed gets a bye.
Okay, but the NFL in and of itself, the playoffs are starting that following week.
They only have 1 week off
in between. Got you. Okay.
Players and the NFL is a game of momentum. You giving them 4 weeks off already, especially if they won a conference. Let's say, are there conferences still that don't have a conference championship game? You win the conference based off your record. So any of those conferences, and I don't know. Did not one of those teams win was a bye, like a team that don't have
Notre Dame? Notre Dame is not in the conference.
Right. So exactly. So Notre Dame had even a longer time off than any of the others, than even Oregon.
They're in the ACC.
Who? Notre Dame?
Not in football.
Mm-hmm. Correct. In football.
In football.
When?
Yeah.
Well, that's like 7 years.
Bro, and Notre Dame used to be independent, bro.
Well, right, forever, basically. And then they had no choice. And even though the Big Ten was the obvious, that's what I can't look. I have a lot of disdain for that university, but some of it is actually quite logical, right? They have a rivalry with nearly half of the Big Ten.
Notre Dame?
Yeah, they do.
They're going to have a game in Lambeau with Wisconsin, which is.
But how's that whoa. Notre Dame
in Notre Dame, although it has been.
I mean, I remember the Catholics versus convicts.
Yeah, that was a game, but
that made it a rivalry though. Notre Dame played Miami, enough times where it was bad blood, for real. But that's what I'm trying to say. I can see Notre Dame being more of a rivalry with Miami than I would Wisconsin.
No, even Michigan State.
Well, and now when you say Michigan State,
Notre Dame is in Indiana. It's right in the heart of the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're talking about rivalries, bro.
Exactly. So
I don't. Hold on. You trying to tell me that Notre Dame they're rivals to Big Ten teams, and that would be the equivalent to Ohio State and Michigan?
No, we didn't even get that far.
I would go.
Jump off of to get there.
Right. If you wanted to go there, it would be Michigan, Notre Dame. Or Purdue, Notre Dame. I mean, those two do not enjoy one another's company. I at least for one don't.
Okay, so then are you okay with the reseeding then, the no buys 1 through 12?
No, because I think that BS is decided in August. I don't think they're honest with their actual seeding, and I think there's too much lobbying going on within there. Enough of this hidden room trick. Reveal the thing. Let it be from let it match the eye test as well. And
whoa. Did you just use whoa. Did Next Gen just use eye test? Whoa, I know I didn't hear that right. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, look at Gully over here. Look at old Teddy Pendergrass over here. Man, go put some clothes on, man.
You know what? He wants his BCS there should be some adaptation of the BCS involved in this.
Yeah,
right?
It is an adaptation. Usually it's found with come along with some toilet paper. Adaptation of the BS. That's really was followed by some Charmin. Anyway, so this is a big deal. I don't care enough. I'm bringing it to y'all because I know you all.
Whoa. What do you mean? Hang on a second, Gully. Do you not remember when we pulled up that we had the chart, right?
Yeah.
We literally he didn't want just. I tried to give the top 25 or whatever it was, and he's like, no, Double J. I need this particular chart that shows who would be playing whom.
You know why?
And he's trying to dismiss that. Oh,
do you know why that is, though? Do you know why that is?
Please do tell us.
Because there are people off screen, off from Discord, away from the cord, who I run into on a regular. You'd be surprised how many people actually are, pretty much like thumbs up to the P-Rogram. Shout out. But like myself, they got a face for radio. No offense. This is what they told me. I just was in agreement with it and whatnot. So they say, hey, man, can you kind of pass this along? Or like, what are y'all talking about next week? There's a lot of people that come up to me, but they don't really want to be seen or heard type of deal. So I'm just like the transference of information. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, speaker for the people, then go ahead
hold up
lay some game down.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm spitting game right now, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you, like they say, what they say. Hey, Jay, what you doing? I'm chilling, time killing, always willing, never illing. Ain't no thing, can't complain. It's all the same. Definitely ain't no shame in my game. Bark for the dog, baby. Her. Brook Park, here we come. My fault. Anyway, I didn't think I could do it. Anywho, boy, I be dropping bars. Not of soap. I seen you out there. I seen it. Don't do that. Anywho.
That was about the best one you had.
Yeah. All righty then. I'm just saying, man, it don't make me enough of a never mind, because all I know is if they change anything to the college football playoffs, whatever the case may be, that's almost like it's starting all over again. It's something new. And I'm telling y'all right now, Ohio State gonna win it again.
Yep.
Every inaugural championship version of the college football playoffs, Ohio State, and I say that with strong disdain, but I'm just giving up to the game. They win it every year. Every college football first in terms of the championship. They won the BCS, the BS, they won Flick Your Bick, they won Take Your Pick. They won Captain Crunch. Every version of this college football, whatever it is, Ohio State done won the first of all of them. And I can't stand the Buckeye football, but I got to give it up to that. So whatever they college football getting ready to do now, it's gonna be like they started all over again. It's gonna be a B again, and Ohio State gonna win it again. I'm just saying. Okay. All right.
Are they gonna beat Michigan
with Bryce? Ooh. I'm here.
I want to know who you gonna beat up with that shirt on. Okay, my bad. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Why you didn't have like Ray Charles though?
Anyway, what you say? What happened?
Like this?
Oh no.
What? They call me Bobblehead Johnson for a reason. Okay, I'm just a little, over here. You know what I mean? Shoot, ain't my fault. My mama dropped me a couple times when I was a baby. I was wearing a helmet until I was 24. I'm just letting y'all know that's a little bit of information.
Hell no.
Yeah, I did. I traded in though for a pair of Air Jordans. Well, I thought they was Air Jordans, but now that I think about the logo that was on there, I don't know. But anywho, Next up, number 2, that is this whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese ordeal, right? You know, a lot of folks is really showing their biases, man. You see what I'm saying? And the personal biases have trumped the sport, quote unquote, of basketball, right? Because most people who didn't see the foul, number 1. Did you see the foul? Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Reese.
Did you see the foul before the foul?
Well, what about last year when Angel Reese tried to take Caitlin Clark's head off?
Okay, but here's the thing. There's a complete miscall that you see Caitlin as a spectator, where Angel just completely disregards whoever. I don't think it was Aaliyah Boston. I think it was somebody else. But so Caitlin does what we see in the NBA quite commonly, right? You kind of just grab the person before they go up with the shot.
Yeah.
I don't see any harm in that. Again, I used it as something we see quite commonly on the men's side.
Okay, listen, all I know is I didn't see the whole game.
And look, in fairness, I was rooting for both. I took both to have a double-double, and they did that for me. So, look.
He don't give it. Okay.
The outcome was income.
He gives a parlay, so he don't care what we got to say.
Hey, but listen, that's what. Okay, exactly. That's why he disappears again. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the end of the day, though, but that's the whole point. Who cares? It's basketball, bro. If my son jump on here at some point, he might.
The invite was sent, by the way. I'm fully expecting his presence.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, sometimes
he'll be there. Don't worry about it.
Sometimes he gets scared. You know what I mean? That's what happened when I show up to the scene, baby. I'm just saying, come, settle down. PG, baby. PDG, Peter Green, that is, aka PG. You understand what I'm saying? Rated.
Actually, it's Prop 716.
Okay, Prop 716. I mean, dang, what you want me to do? Give you a salute? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's his name. That's what we're talking about here.
Okay, it's a rivalry. They don't like each other, and it's okay. It's the non-basketball fans make it an issue. Shout out to PG.
Exactly.
PG. And let me specify, we're not talking about Paul George. Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Get out your feelings. All right. I'm just saying, this is the real PG right here, baby. Shout out to him again for weighing in and making sense on the program. I mean, come on, he already laid it out. That's where I was going with this. Caitlin Clark fouled Angel Reese hard. Okay. Angel, in turn, responds. She want to act like she's gonna foul. I don't know if she was gonna actually throw a punch or not, but I get it. Now, there are moments in sports where, you know, dudes cross the line type of deal. You know what I mean? The dude could get bridged or get pushed out the air or whatever it is. And that make you say, we'll get to your comment in a minute, Detroit fan, man. Shout out to Detroit fan, man. There are some egregious acts that occur on the court that got to be addressed. I get it. But what Caitlin did, the punishment technically didn't fit. It was overkill for Angel's reaction. It was overkill. It was overkill.
It to me felt like someone understood the gravity of the moment to be something else other than basketball. It was like, oh, I gotta get. And you know, here's the thing.
Absolutely.
Bring up Detroit fan man's comment actually, because I like to speak directly to that.
Absolutely. Okay, it's nice to see some animosity again in sports. In this world of post-game jersey exchanges, it's nice to see the ladies bring some heat. Absolutely.
Right. Man, listen. Of all of our stories, right? Because everything is about narratives. Now, it seems like professional sports fans don't seem to are being forced to realize what pro wrestling fans have always realized and appreciate it. But the point is,
see it for what it is.
I don't have to like you. In fact, in fact, my story, right? Remember, Batman Batman have empathy for the Joker, but the Joker don't like Batman. Magneto don't like Professor X. Get what I'm saying?
Thank you.
In the competitive realms of which we're talking about sport, you don't have to like each other. Like, I wouldn't want nobody to literally go out and maim and kill nobody. But what I'm saying is, when this jersey is on and I'm performing at the best of my ability, I don't have to like you. It's gotta be that. It's gotta be that intense, right? For me to be able to appreciate it, because when I watch my movies or I watch my cartoons or I play my video games or read my comics, there is the conflict of two opposing sides contrasting and clashing with one another on a professional landscape. That naturally competitive emotion, you got to see it there. I'm glad for that. And then what for me is I think the beauty about it is helping us to understand how life is. You ain't even got to be my best friend if we got the same jersey on, or if me and you are competitive in that way, like we boxers, like Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti. You remember you brought that up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Inside the boxing ring, you couldn't tell they best friends. They tried to, punish one another, right? To be the best at what they can be in their respective sport. To have that conflict, to see that conflict shown up professionally, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it.
In addition to that, though, man, I thought I had saved the clip, and I meant to. Well, see, we get flagged. We done been flagged for so much and for so many times. I wasn't sure what to send to Double J for him to, get it ready in the cachet. But James Harrison, former Steelers linebacker, right? Yep. I forget whose podcast he was on. I just saw the clip earlier today, and they was talking to him like, man, like when you see somebody out when you was playing, you see somebody you was cool with out there on the field. They was asking him like, what if it was your brother or your cousin? He was like, bruh. He said, I played with Josh Cribbs at Kent State.
Yeah.
And I laid him out. He said, I ain't trying to hurt nobody to the point like end nobody's career or whatever the case may be. But he said, once I step across them lines, bro, I got to do to you what I got to do to you. I got to do to you because it's my bread and meat. If I don't do it to you, I don't eat.
Right.
Okay. Right. But now, like you said, everybody chopping it up. Hey, I can't tell you how to be and what to be when you're supposed to be in the moment. But you chopping it up, bro, and we still in the middle of a game, whether it's playoff implications or not, or whatever the case may be. And I ain't saying you got to be like Kobe. But at the same time, bro, act like you at least engaged in whatever it is that you out there doing and it means something to you. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell people.
It's just basketball.
This is what I'm trying to tell
people. Or is
it? Hey, 24-14, Double J. 24-14 this week. This week's reference came at 24-14.
What reference?
Nobody brought that up. You know what the hell you was doing. I'm sorry for cussing. You know what you was doing.
Nobody brought that up. What did I do, bro?
Yes, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I'm just saying, man.
Listen. You know what? That's gonna be our first game.
For all of them people out there who want to make this a whole
audience. All right, if you out there, email the shopreport365@gmail.com with the marker for the hidden reference. You give us the approximate time of what was said in the hidden reference, we'll have something for you. All right, and I commit to it. Okay,
hey,
you give us the time.
I got something for you right now.
We'll have something
right now.
You, okay?
Right at this minute. You can get it at the 25th minute.
gmail.com. You catch the reference and you tell us the context, we'll have something for you. I promise that. And we're gonna do this weekly because he's sneaking in every week. Don't he, Double J? Every week he sneaks something in.
Yeah, don't I Double J?
Without a doubt.
Every single week.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Man, anyway.
Apparently you do.
I ain't nobody got time for what you talking. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm the driver. I'm driving the short bus.
But listen,
all right, they always gonna have time to me. If you want to ride on this bus, you know what I'm saying? Double Dutch, baby. Better get with me.
You said double Dutch bus.
Yeah, leave that.
You said double Dutch bus.
All right. All I'm telling y'all
is, like you was popping.
I wasn't, because if I pop something, it's gonna pop out, and then I ain't gonna be able to put it back in again. Caitlin Clark's foul on Angel Reese was basketball, right? But outside of that, folks wanted to be, it's a black and white thing. Man,
God, yes.
At the end of the day, the whole folks wanted to be a black and white thing. It became so big in an instant that folks forgot about what the play was looking like. You get what I'm trying to say? All right. But let me say this, bro. Is racism prevalent in this country? Yes. Has it been? Yes. Is it going anywhere? No. Okay. Now we got that out the way. Everything ain't always about that, bro. At the end of the day, in terms of basketball, from a fundamental standpoint, bruh, Angel Reese got a lot to work on. Then I had some people hitting me up talking about she only 6'3" and she played a different position than it. Listen, her position and they ain't got nothing to do with or who, and I'm not pitting her against Clark. What I'm saying is in terms of basketball. Is Angel Reese a marquee name in professional sports?
Yes.
Is Caitlin Clark a marquee name in professional sports?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, as a marquee name, you've got to show up and show out all the time, not sometime. Period.
Right.
I don't care about none of that other stuff. In real spit, those two ladies, they don't even understand the magnitude of what their presence, whether you want to pick one as the villain hero, I don't care.
They
Their
could be
presence
Larry,
alone,
they could
what
be
it could
Magic
do
and Bird for the WNBA.
Bruh, they need to go sit down with Magic and Bird, because to that same person, I said, do we know what position Bird played?
Yep.
I do, but I couldn't recall.
Person, Gully, he's saying.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
Whenever we talk about Magic, we know Magic was a point guard because
I get you saying. I
get what I'm trying to say
right now. We talk about Magic and Bird.
Thank you. Whenever those two are discussed, it's Magic, Bird, and then the conversation follows, such as Magic was a coach. Did you see when he dropped did nobody say Magic was 6'9"? Magic played point guard. Magic was, all he did was like shooting with his left hand, but not his right hand. I mean, forget all of that. Are you a basketball player?
Right.
Is Angel Reese a better basketball player, irrespective of position, color, and all? I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Is she good enough at her craft to clap back craft-like or in a craft-like fashion?
Or craft work like Trans Europe Express?
Okay, whatever. Take your pick. Go get on the phone with Hakeem, the dream. Okay?
Yeah.
So and stop living
up,
on.
Angel did work out quite a bit over in the offseason with Lisa Leslie.
Okay.
So with that being said, I mean, absolutely want to shout that out.
That ain't Hakeem, though.
Talked about enough yet.
That ain't Hakeem. And it's not a man versus woman thing. I'm saying Angel Reese, where she should start at, bro, is her footwork. That the footwork in sports is like the roots to a tree. They are the foundation. If the footwork is impeccable, everything else will follow. That don't mean you don't work on your shot still and all of that, but all of that other stuff, those accessories, they will complement even better because your base will already be there. If she want to go work with Sylvia Fowles, I don't care. You understand? You know who Sylvia Fowles was? Yeah. I seen Sylvia Fowles I ain't gonna, it's footage out there. They might have been burnt it, like they did when Jordan Crawford dunked on somebody. But anyway, unguardable. But I'm just saying, it was footage out there of Sylvia, and she was, it was a couple guys out there she embarrassed in the post.
Yeah.
Angel need to work on her game, bro. Period. She need to get better at basketball. That's how you clap back at all of that. Huh? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I mean, you tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because usually y'all got a lot to say. Oh, not today? All right. That being the case, we're going to take a commercial break, right? And when we come back, we're going to get some more of the rundown. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the NCAA's run, the NCAA mafia, I should say, in particular. Has their run come to an end? But in the meantime, go get some cookies, baby. Amazon.com. Get your, what they called again? Y'all don't even know.
I'm Jordan Gudeman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eddie G's Cookies. I was first diagnosed with a nut allergy when I was young. At the time, there weren't a lot of labeled items that said if there may contain nuts or there are nuts in the food, so my brother and sister and I baked a lot at home, and we enjoyed treats from mixes and things like that, but I noticed that it was not the same as what my friends were enjoying, and I started making up my own recipes. When it was time to pick a career, I decided to start a bakery so I could share my treats with everybody else. When I started creating my recipe, I was taking in all the things that I thought I was missing out on. A soft, chewy center, a crisp outside crust, and a taste that is just like it came out of the oven at a bakery. When I put all those things together, I'd come up with a recipe for a dream cookie. Eddie G's Cookies only uses the finest ingredients. We have all natural flavorings, no preservatives, and every cookie is made in a nut-free environment. The best part about Eddie G's Cookies is that they can be delivered right to your door. You can share them or not. We won't tell.
That's right. Go to EddieG'sCookies.com and place your order today. EddieG'sCookies.com or Amazon.com and place your order today. All right, we back. The NCAA's run, has it come to an end? Greg Sankey says the NCAA may not control football much longer. The power is shifting and the SEC knows it. Your all's thoughts.
Well, I've been saying this for a while now that the contract is up in 2034. At which point, I think.
Whoa, 2034.
Yeah,
that's 100 miles away.
Well, correct, but again, we were talking about a slippery slope here, right? So he recognizes what we recognize, which is the need for that medium and governing body is necessary, but vastly different than what it appears as today. And
no, the universities should police themselves.
Well, and I think they will, but they will very much operate.
What do you need a governing body for then?
Well, no,
if you already got
same
one
way the
in-house.
NFL does, by way of the commissioners. What I'm saying.
Oh, so instead of an entity, you just be an individual.
Correct.
Okay.
So you would have very much a league office, essentially just replicate that NFL structure. And again, we're seeing the pillars of that being constructed as we speak from what we'll call the university side, right? With guys like Andrew Luck serving as general managers. And now what you're starting to see is
I saw him taking snaps in practice the other day too.
Andrew Luck. Absolutely.
Yeah, he looking like me.
Matter of fact, we'll be in Denver tomorrow. Aiden's in a showcase out that and Stanford will be in attendance too. So,
shout out to my man Aiden, baby. And I saw Andrew Luck. He looking like me on top of the dome, baby. Once you lose,
it does seem like he was solving the world's problems, doesn't it?
Hey, once you lose your snap, you can't get your cradle cap back. I'm just saying, baby. Woo, yeah, okay then. So it's a good thing then. The NCAA, I mean, yeah. So do we got to wait till 2034 for that to jump off, or what? Or can they go and rip it up and then redo
penalty,
it? Huh?
Right, that would be the cleanest way to cut, if you will.
Well, see, I'm still trying to understand at this point what purpose functionally are they maintaining? Like, what is the tether between the NCAA and the college football playoff and the conferences right now? I don't quite understand their current. I don't understand how they function right now. Seems like so much of
the NCAA is just like one of them old school mansions back in the day that might still be standing, but got grass all over the house now. But you see pictures of it in 1920, and it was horse-drawn characters or whatever it is. They just ain't tore down yet. But it's been abandoned for years. I'm just saying, yeah. Oh wow, it's a museum now, type of deal. Like archaic, like me, like get them out of here.
Wasn't there one of those in Louisiana that recently burned down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Everybody was kung fu fighting too.
Whole lot of celebrating.
Woo, yeah. Yeah. The roof.
You
don't need no
fire.
Yeah, I'm just
we
saying.
Don't need no water.
All right, we'll switch gears a little bit. Talk about a little bit of basketball.
Get on.
Yeah. That's right. Just sip on the loose. Yeah, don't even. Yeah, there you go. Get on out of here. Switch gears a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit now. Gully, what you doing? You over there juggling or something? What you doing? Why are you looking at the ceiling?
I'm taking a look at the current score to this Western Conference Finals game.
You got a TV on the ceiling?
Yep. It's not a mirror.
Hey, listen. I mean,
Whoa.
Hey, what you do after the prom ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just saying, okay.
We know where he frequents. Isn't there one of those in Northeast Ohio too?
What you mean one of those? So you already know where another one at? I don't even
know. Double J.
I didn't even know they existed.
Right.
No,
Don't they have one of those?
Get on out of here. Right.
Yeah, like he done made it his life's mission. Like, I'm going to make sure keeping a scrapbook of all the, tournament the tickets to the tournament I done been to type of deal. Yeah. Okay, Double J making his rounds. I see. I'm ready. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, NCAA's run is about over. That's really what it come down to. I thought it was gonna be a lot sooner than what it is, and I didn't know it was 2034. For
So are we going KRS-One? The run is over.
Oh, and no question. No question. Now, at the time that they were created, the NCAA, that is, if you go back to college football's history, 150 some odd years ago, they were necessary because they did not have a governing body. You know, college football was king back then. NFL was not really a thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hallis and all them guys, you know, who had the stick-to-itiveness because the NFL almost didn't make it. I'm just saying. But, you know, a lot of players were dying on the field, bro. College football was for real brutal. I mean, literally, they was dragging bodies off the field, bro, after every game. You know, and the Rice universities, your Cornells, you know, some of them schools that are storied institutions.
The armed forces and the Rutgers, actually, where a lot of this stuff started on that East Coast. Absolutely. There was if you can watch either, I believe it's Peyton's Places that goes to the one of either the Naval Academy or some, you know, either the Army or the Navy's location, and actually dives deep into that particular segment about how the game had to evolve because of what you're referencing.
Yeah, it's all to the good. Aaron Gordon, Denver Nuggets Aaron Gordon said, I would really, really appreciate it if there were a couple of days in between games in the playoffs instead of every other day. The product of the game would be a lot better. Higher level of basketball and less blowouts. What y'all want?
He just got hurt, and he really wanted to be able to have another day for him to play.
Well, I mean, don't say it so. Matter of fact, don't say it like it really means the world to you.
Well, no. I get it. To Gully's point and to Aaron's for that matter. Look, do we want to 2K this or do we want it real life?
I don't see what the problem is with the current schedule. To me, I find it highly irregular where certain series will have a third day and others won't. Even though you got the if necessaries, right? Because remember, and even though I'm a fan, remember curiously was that 1 year in 2009 that the Spurs versus the Clippers, they had like or the Hornets, they had a third day. They had a 3-day layoff between game 4, 5, and 6 or other series. I don't understand that. But the idea to have a game be every other day, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, bro, the season is long enough with 82 games. Though you may think about a day of rest. If anybody knows like an extra day of rest when you still have a job to do, that means you have to be more committed to a process for a longer time. Ask anybody who's refinanced a car. Yeah, it might seem like it's cheaper, but you in that thing a little longer than you thought. Mm-hmm. So in the interest of getting something over with, I wouldn't want to expand that to 2 or 3 days off. I'm just curious about the inconsistency between games that are necessary to be played, having certain series having every other day and certain series having 2 days between them.
So in essence, I'm seriously, all jokes aside, asking this question. To your point, though, are we really seeing that the NBA is showing us that Tim Donaghy was indeed not a malcontent?
Read my caption.
WWE is honest about scripting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I mean, you know, because they painted a horrendous picture of him when all that first came out.
Of course.
Man. Yeah. Okay. Got you. All right. I'm just saying, man. You know, at the end of the day, and I was off with Aaron Gordon, bro. The fact that he wanted to gut it out, playing injured or whatever the case may be, or hurt or whatever he was, he still wanted to give it a go. But I don't know, bro. I just don't. I'm all for players and with players and stand with them when it comes to getting paid and whatnot. Because my thing is, why focus on the player when we should be focused on the guy who's writing the checks when it comes to that kind of thing. But when it comes to at your craft, bro, I know dudes that work in a foundry. They worked in a foundry for 20-something years, bro. And every time they sneeze, they got black soot coming out their nose.
Yeah.
Okay, so this, and on the back to back, man, I didn't hear this kind of talk. All of these excuses being made for why not when it comes to these games and leagues now, bro. I'm dumbfounded. I didn't this back to back, for instance, bro. I don't recall ever hearing that in the 90s.
Yeah.
When did that become a thing? Oh, especially when they're coming off a back-to-back night. Man, go read Blood in the Garden, the story of the 1990s New York Knicks.
See, because it becomes hard to justify when you look at what spectators and fans go through double shift after double shift just to justify their ability to pay for the experience of watching a game, right? Like the work that you go into to earn the privilege to be able to enjoy sports or entertainment at whatever level or whatever capacity, understanding that it is a job for people, and it does have challenges that we may not have, in that you are in the public eye no matter what. You are in the public eye constantly, and that can be bothersome because being in the public eye, people feel like you owe them something because you are in the public eye, and you have to always be on your best behavior, and you have to monitor how you move about. Where you and we can go into a spot, we can say what we really feel, we can say what we want without consequence. Recognizing that they do have some nuances and some challenges that we don't have. It's hard for me when we talk about it's hard to play on a back-to-back. Bro, you got $30 million and you have a world-class facility with world-class trainers and access to top-tier nutritionists and trainers and healthcare and wealth and relaxation.
All the stuff to support
all of
you
these
being
resources,
an athlete at your highest peak and all that other good
right.
stuff.
And you complain about a back-to-back, that part, right? That part is where there's a disconnect with me, considering I'm doing 4 12s. It's tiresome, but am I really burnt out knowing that, hey man, what I'm doing on this day to day is actually when the check comes through, it's going to be pretty good for my family. It don't hit the same. That doesn't resonate for me.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. As an NBA player playing on a back-to-back night, I'm like, wow, man, I feel for you, like the guy who spent his whole life working in a coal mine, man. Dang, man.
Right.
Dang, it must be hard for you, bro. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, okay. Anyway, like I said, yeah, get over it, bro. I was all for you when he had some big moments throughout these playoffs runs until they got done. I get it. Shout out, clap. I ain't mad at him. But to say that right there, bro, I was like, okay, let's keep things moving. The Louisiana governor signs an order to allow schools to pay college athletes. Uh-oh.
Say again?
Yeah, Louisiana governor signs an order to allow schools to pay college athletes.
Right.
Double J, we really don't need the NCAA. Let the schools police themselves. Let the schools find us somebody. They need more getting ready to get rid of the athletic
you got to
director.
remember, the schools are not paying the athletes, right? An NIL collective is. You need to understand that is a third party. That is not the university. The university is offering a scholarship, both of which are funded by independent entities, meaning people like me say, here's money for this scholarship fund for you to ultimately offer. Now, where the school does pay the kids is based off of the recent ruling, which is the television revenue share. And that's where basically you get a handful of $1 million sprinkled across, especially in the basketball space, per player. But otherwise, that is a direct result of the revenue share with the players from that legislation. So now, again, school itself, right, is not. It's somewhat teetering with that, walking that same tightrope as the NCAA. right? I'm not there to learn. I'm there to deliver on this particular thing that you are paying me to do, right? You're not paying me to get an A in school. You are paying me to get an A on
Carry the
field.
football. Yeah. All right. So I'm asking you though. Then all schools should do this.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. Get it out of the collective. Huh?
The problem, I guess, the only issue, or I don't really have any kind of concern with it. It's just they're hollering about this in other sports as we speak. About in baseball, matter of fact, they want a salary cap, right?
Well, that's an
MLS,
even better question. Should all schools be
touting
capped?
that their terrible product is somehow successful because 5 of their teams are financially in the profit from the profitability vantage point in the top 20 globally. So what you have is a blender of multiple issues spanning multiple sports, all about the same thing, which is how much becomes too much. Now, as somebody that drives down Country Club Way and looks at homes that begin with 6 to 7 figures, forget it. Too much ain't enough. So I've completely changed my tune on this. It is gross, the excess that I've seen. And so I say provide the access. Whoever wants to bid the highest, then there you go. Take your talents there. In my LeBron voice.
Oh, okay. Shut up. Where the bus?
Oh, hell no.
Ooh, yeah, where are all the bells and whistles when he do it, huh? When I do it, it's stop the press. It's like Publishers Clearinghouse. Like
chat.
you just didn't want $1,000 and all
Check
of that.
the chat.
I ain't checking chat.
He said,
no, when I do it, it's like double J. Stop it at the 13, 14, 15 mark. Hold like a traffic cop. Hold on. You can't go anywhere. Stop. Yeah, let him do it. It's like, it's passe, par for the cuffs. Blah, blah. Oh, man. Please come in and cut yourself out.
How you know what he was talking about?
I do know that. Right. It was clearly obvious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. What you mean? You don't even know what I'm talking about. And yeah, you start double J, stop it. Oh, let's get to this comment. Yeah, y'all ridiculous right now. Check the chat. Oh, wow, really? Okay, yeah, okay. No more comments from that lady. Yeah, oh, and he's just gonna show it again. All right, yeah. Hey, where's the comment blocker? Yeah. We need the comment blocker for that lady right there. Oh my gosh, boy. Talking about teamwork make the dream work, man. Man, bye.
Such a hater.
Anyway.
He crashed out, bro. That is definitely crash out.
Hey, who crashing out?
You did. That's why I just waited. That's why I let it go by, because I knew you was gonna
Yeah. You know what? Hey, y'all not funny. Y'all not funny.
Oh, anyway, me, hold on. Be on a clip.
Okay, anyway, we're going to write down pink slip. This is pink slip week, I see. That's what this is. Pink slip. Yeah, pink slip week. Anywho, are the Lakers going to trade Austin Reeves?
Possibly.
What was the point? Didn't they draft him?
That when you have Luka Doncic and you have LeBron James in the sunset of his career, you are in perpetual build now mode. You're not building a franchise for the future when you have the future already in Luka and you have LeBron who's in win now. So anything else is expendable. That would not be the case if Luka had not been traded there, or if either of those, if either LeBron or Luka are not on the franchise. If either one of them were not there, then Austin stays. But with both of them there, everybody's expendable if you're trying to win, because you got to win now with those two.
But how does it? Okay, let's set Luka and Brown aside. The rest of that roster, who would play a somewhat of a part in helping them to win, other than him and maybe Dalton Connect?
But man, hurry up, get rid of him. Oh, please do him a favor. Like,
why you saying what happened? Whoa.
Why you ruined him? You traded. Listen, we talked about this. Dalton Connect was traded after the Lakers had acquired Luka.
Yes.
So his trade had nothing to do with them acquiring Luka. Only for it to be rescinded, not on his end, but for the guy that they traded for. So why do I even want to continue playing for this franchise? Because guess what? We know. Here we go. We know, and I'm putting it in the chat now.
What you chatting? Don't get to chatting. Let people who are watching see the chatting.
We know that there was a signatory on all trades for that franchise.
Oh.
So you know who traded you.
I'm just saying, bro. You talking about if the Lakers are in win now?
Yes.
Okay.
So
how many players
any asset, any compliment to a team that can help them, like, are there other players?
Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect are two assets to helping them win. If
so that means
they're in
just,
win now. So why would they eat
assets?
No, they're tradable. They're tradable. Yeah, that's why they're assets to win now.
Hey, why y'all just want to just keep on saying that word? You're gonna find a reason to say that word. Keep on saying
asset.
Huh? Yeah, okay.
We're going to assess whether these assets are in excess.
I asked you what do y'all eat for breakfast. I said,
quarterly we look at our assets over our liabilities.
Oh wow, okay. I know what else you lying about your ability.
I want to assess.
Yeah, okay, little liability. Yeah, okay. All right.
The abundance.
All right, well, you know what I'm saying? As long as you say 15% or more. I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, anyway. I don't see how you get rid of either one of them two dudes. Anybody else might be expendable, but to me, not them.
What do you mean with max headroom on the team? What are you doing?
Because
who's max headroom? D'Angelo? He gone.
Yeah.
D'Lo ain't there no more. Talking about max headroom.
But
his hairstyle, right?
Here, Dalton.
Not Hilliard.
Austin are tradable if we want another big three. Like you say, those are players that you can build and create a team around, right? So that would be great. They would be great together in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform.
Is that enough for? I mean, look, there's been
it's gonna be some draft picks and compensation. Yes, you gonna help us dump another salary?
No. Remember, the money's got to match, right? So Dalton Connect or well, wait a minute. I know Austin Reeves isn't making the delivery money anymore. So let's see, Lakers cap.
Yeah,
there we go. According to Sport Track, they have negative $59 million in cap space.
Who does?
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Jeez.
Negative.
So it'll be like a 14 trade around.
Hey, speaking of assets and liability, did you see how long our host was like negative?
Yeah, negative.
Oh man.
Right.
So wait a minute, man.
So they can't get. Listen.
Hold on. Did you say negative 59 billion trillion? Is that what it? That's what it felt like when you said it.
Like the calculator broke.
So, bro, they can't. What can they do?
Get a lot of help from a lot of other teams, like a 3 or 4 way trade.
Bro, they gonna need, bro, for them to get any type of help to win. If they in win now more, they gonna need help from a couple of NFL teams too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Travis Kelce might end up in the Lakers uniform.
That's what I'm trying. They're gonna have to. Antonio Gates, you got to come out of retirement, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tony Gonzalez. Hey, we need y'all. Prop Music 1, shout out.
Yeah, because of what you did before. Now he just switched to a whole another identity just to make you know.
Hold on. First of all, can we read the comment first before we start doing the circus? Burnham and Bailey switching the screens. My gosh. Gotta move on from Bron. Gotta move on from Bron. Excuse me. Bron is no longer Batman. Luka plays no defense. They can't play together as 1A and 1B. They have no shooters. Nobody can create their own shot, build the team around Luka. Whoa. Whoa, man.
Oh yeah,
Man.
Chris Middleton. That'll be a great idea for them.
Giannis to the Heat. Book it. Whew. What
Now that
happened?
I like. There's something
Why?
about that I like.
How? What?
Giannis with Spoelstra? I do like that with Bam. Obviously, it's an aging Bam, and they would have to get something in return. But in which, to me, he would be expendable. But when you look at Khalil Ware, as I've mentioned, you have obviously all of those other core pieces, which was still good enough to get them into the play-in. Like, as bad and tumultuous of a season as
I
they
think Dame
had,
is done, bro.
Himmy Butler there.
Oh yeah, he didn't caught a little bit of backlash too, though.
Who did?
Himmy Butler. Oh,
Also, see, he's suggesting trade Tyler Hero, who I believe is from Wisconsin. So there's your.
Oh, here we go with the Wisconsin, and now we're going back to Notre Dame.
Hello, Wisconsin.
Oh, please, yeah. Oh, that's
Why
all.
not? Yeah, you send them back. You send them back. Look,
Man, it sounds like say cheese.
Yeah, cheesehead. Discount double check. Remember that?
Like I said, and now we're back to that Notre Dame, Wisconsin at Lambeau. Look at that.
Oh
Came
my
full circle.
gosh. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. If you and win now, I don't see you. So then, what do you? Listen, bro.
I am just perplexed at this salary cap, dude. When you look at this, not
Yeah,
almost $100 million is just between LeBron and Luka.
That's what I'm saying. If you minus 50, didn't you say 59 million?
Yes, correct. They are in the negative.
Bro, I know that's so now we talking luxury tax.
So wait a minute. Who else is making more than $15 million on that?
Only
team?
one, which is actually Rui. I'm sorry, Rui. Oh my God.
Hachimura.
Oh yeah. Okay. So in other words,
Yeah, so he gotta go too.
Yeah. So Rui's got to go.
So Rui would have
Corey
to
and
go.
Finney-Smith would have to be involved.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves is only at 13 million. I say only. That sounds fantastic. I'll trade. But Dalton is at $4 million. A stay ready shooter for $4 million is, I don't know what LeBron has against the guy. I don't know if it was because they picked him first before Bronny. I really don't. I don't know if it's personal or what. But he fits the mold of what you would want.
Kyle Korver.
Yes.
Right.
Mike Miller.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, that whole, it's a whole, Hollywood is full of egos, but they got one over there now, bro. Like Goodyear Blunt.
Well, has this playoff run been refreshing without him?
Absolutely.
I mean, like, what's your guys' personal takeaways? Like, I've watched more than I historically did, and that's post the Pistons losing. I was very upset with the floppy.
Do you know why? Because really,
Man,
you know why?
flop,
because according to the next gen people, and we're gonna take another break. We come back. I'm gonna finish that thought. According to the next gen folks or whatever it is. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna take another. We'll be right back.
Cleaning the cracks on your pavement surfaces can take hours and be torturous on your body. Until now. Bicracky Weed Removal Tool was designed specifically to clean pavement cracks in a fraction of the time, all while standing up. Bicracky's patented design incorporates a two-sided steel blade and is encased by a durable fiberglass shell. Simply use the large end to clean big gaps, then rotate and use the small tip for narrow gaps. Made in the USA, Bicracky eliminates weeds to the root and is environmentally friendly. Bicracky. Save your back while you clean your crack.
All right, we are back. Hold on, let me write this down right quick here. Sorry about that. All right. What was I saying? Oh, let me get to one of these comments here. Doggone it. I shouldn't have took a break. Prop music said players being entertaining. And then playoffs. Give me some more. Give me a little bit more context to that because we went to a break right there. But man, at the end of the day, man, okay, so give me a realistic scenario. Like how can you be in win mode now, but you got to get rid, once again, you got to get rid of folks in order to get folks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, take an hour. Not really. Hey, why you sitting there thinking about that, Gully? Double J, give me a score update. What's the score in the game?
1 moment.
Oh, that's terrible. They called a foul on Edwards. I know they ain't about to call a foul on Edwards. He went straight up, never broke the plane. The dude lost the ball in the air. Bro. Edwards blocked it, and they called a foul.
Of course.
67-82 Thunder.
Who? Thunder. Oh, yeah. Okay. The NBA has suspense now. This has been the most entertaining playoffs we've had in a while.
Right.
Yeah, you know, and that's really kind of what I was alluding to. You look at the 4 teams left. Did anybody realistically expect them to be here? Maybe. Well, I guess OKC, yeah, because they kind of was. Huh?
You did. You swear the Knicks was about to win it all.
Hey, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. I know you ain't doing no prognostication. The prognostication is stanknications.
You did.
Hey, don't, nah, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Oh gee.
Bro, okay, hold on.
St. John. Somehow, like where did they come from?
Hey, bro, don't disrespect the Big East, bro. Allen Iverson was rolling around on
his. Win one game and he like, man, this is anybody serious? Now is anybody?
No, what bro. For her,
I know.
First of all, nah, bro. Hold up. First of all, y'all not gonna do that. Y'all not gonna do that. What I said about what the playoffs still stands. I'm talking about the general public, bro. In terms of when they put them 4 dudes up there in them uniforms, the 4 marquee dudes that and them people that wasn't what folks was expecting to see.
Correct.
That's my point. All right. So why y'all hee ha, you know what I'm saying, and being everybody's buddy. Do the dance.
I must have struck a
dance
nerve.
It.
But he was bad.
Man, please. Whatever.
Yeah. Josh Hart and all that.
Yeah,
man.
right. Hey, okay, but we gonna get to that in a minute because while y'all capping right now, I'm gonna bring a little reality background when we get to that part right there.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying. Now y'all capping. Y'all capping right now. Y'all capping.
Won game 1.
Bruh. Yes. Me and Khalil was going back and forth with this. Khalil, you can weigh in now. We was going back and forth with this. He's doing the same thing y'all doing. He dancing around the house. Hoo, you know what I'm saying? Break, doing all that. Yeah, the Pacers won. Pacers won and all that old type of stuff. I said, okay, go get your own house. Go get your own house. Oh, crickets. Anywho, that's another story for another day. All I'm saying to y'all is, yes, the Pacers won that game, bro. But like I've always said and going to continue to say, my focus is on how things play themselves out.
Sure.
Bro, at the end of the day, the Knicks choked game 1. Because in a comeback, listen, in order for, I'm going to give it to you in layman's terms, like the boyfriend-girlfriend situations. They break up. In order for him to come back, she got to let him back in. Comebacks don't just happen by themselves. They're not one-sided. If you look at the last 5 minutes, now you want to talk, Double J? Now you want to show everybody that you're here? Oh, imagine that. Look at the last 5 minutes of that contest right there. However many possessions the Pacers had in them last 5 minutes, I'll just say 3 minutes of regulation. The only one of them possessions that actually looked strategic was when Naismith, am I saying his name right?
Yes.
If you're going from left to right, they were on the Pacers on offense, but going towards this way. He come baseline underneath the basket and come out on that curl right by the bench, caught it, bam. In rhythm, knocked the 3 down.
Yep.
That last shot that bounced and then went in for Halliburton, go look at that possession, bro. That possession was helter-skelter. I said to Khalil, with 1 minute and 29 seconds left, and I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know that the Knicks was up and decent enough with 1 minute 29. I said to Khalil, the Pacers are getting ready to win this game. Now I didn't know how, but I said they're getting ready to win this game. Oh, Dad, you Captain, you hating it? That no, because before the series started, and I might have said this on the show last week when we was talking about it. Halliburton is nice, bro, but you have to cut off his space. The Knicks did a tremendous job of controlling the pace and cutting off his space for
45 minutes.
3 minutes.
43.
And then all of a sudden, and matter of fact, who were the announcers? Was Reggie Miller was one, right? Was Doris Burke another one? One of the announcers said something. They was like, they They was like, it might have been Reggie Miller. He was like, man, I don't understand why. He was talking about Neesmith and Halliburton. It was and Nembhard, I think he might have hit a couple threes, and that whole it was like a barrage almost. Reggie was like, man, but he said, Cat and whoever it was, and Hart, maybe it was Hart. He said, man, they got to get up. You got to get up on that. You know, you got to close them out. You can't. Why are you giving them room? And then they come. They hit you with one. Bam. They hit you another one. Bam. Bam. And you just. I mean, like what? Now, are the Knicks tired? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Are they? I think they took their foot off the gas, me personally. That's what it looked like to me. Now, you don't fault the Pacers for taking advantage of their miscues. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they did. That's what they did. But we finna see what the Knicks, we finna see what New York is really all about. Game 2. Yeah. By right, bro, the Knicks is supposed to win that game, bro.
Yeah.
The Knicks did more to lose that game than the Pacers did to win that game. They was helter-skelter.
Yeah, but you know what?
You
had asked, I believe, on a previous show, who has been more clutch than Brunson in the playoffs, and I had said it was Halliburton.
No, don't do that. Go pull up your little next gens. They showed a graph on there. Brunson has statistically now, percentagely, and all them numbers people use to justify. They threw a graph up on the screen. Not game. I don't think it was game 1. It was the last game. The Knicks just got done with Boston. Somewhere around in that. Yeah, all teams have been. Yeah, when leading by 9 or more points in the final minute of the play game, they are now, thanks to the Knicks. Yeah, Detroit fan, man. Yeah, no question about that.
Talk about next gen. Look at that from Detroit fan, man. I love it.
So Detroit fan, man. Yeah, that's who you rolling with today, right? Okay, well, I see how y'all. I mean, it don't make me never, man. I survived Shawshank. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like Jet Li, baby, the one. I can fight you and me. I'm just saying. Anywho, yeah, the Knicks though, they're gonna have to. And right now, OKC, from my understanding, they lambasting because I don't hear my son in there. Usually he be, he an Ant fan too. Ant, get him, Ant. He usually be, doing all his dances. I can hear him. I don't hear that. That's why I put my head. I'm like this. Like I had to
right now he's
in there right now.
Ant man, and that's just. Is there substance here to what you posted in the chat a little earlier about how they're guarding him? So, okay, I'm going to give this example.
How they're guarding who? Who is him?
Goes to Bloomington in basketball. There is an aggression that IU plays with on the defensive side of the ball that I kind of laugh at because they allow it, and if Purdue attempts even anything of that sort, they get the foul. And so as it pertains, like I've been critical of SGA only in the sense of his free throw ability.
Yeah, not trying to shame anyone. Detroit fan man says, not trying to shame anyone. That was simply the worst NBA playoff history, and we were all just fortunate enough to have witnessed. Can't wait for game 2 now. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Detroit fan man. My son Khalil's, shout out to Khalil for joining the P-Program. Hold up there. Let me get him on here.
Welcome. Shout out to Double J. Shout out to Barbershop J. Shout out
Hey, don't patronize. Don't patronize, man. Don't patronize. I don't have no gas money for you right now, bro, so don't play with me. Just go ahead and say what you got to say, bro.
Well, let's start out with, your boys, New York Knicks, by the way.
Your boys. See, your boys. Right.
Your boys, right? Right, Gully? His boys.
Right.
What a way to sell it. I mean, my gosh. My gosh, man. See, and you know what, Barbershop Day, this is what I want you to understand, gang. Now that they know, the Pacers, bro, the game is not over with them until the clock hits 0-0-0.
What did I? But hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Let him cook.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, bro. But he don't know. He ain't cooking nothing, bro. All he doing is boiling water right now, bro. Anybody hear nothing about that? What did I tell you before the series started? Don't come over here and being selective about what you want to mention.
You told me New York was gonna win. That's what you said.
No, I did not, bro. Stop lying like a rug, bro.
That's what I heard.
No, nah. You heard that because you was outside. You probably halfway asleep and didn't take the trash out. Anyway, yeah, I'm putting you on blast right now, baby, on national television. I'm putting you on blast right now. What did I tell you? Okay, so you gonna come on here and lie?
No,
that's what you finna do?
Hold on, Gully Double J.
No, don't look to them. They can't save you, bro. They don't live with you. No, you live with me.
For the Knicks.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, more than Screaming A. Smith does.
Oh wow,
He was
wow,
hey,
really?
and
Wow,
bro, still there. I
wow.
saw him in the chat a little earlier saying Knicks in 7, so he hasn't. You know, they're both there at the Rucker apparently.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
See, I think that's what it is, Double J.
Okay,
It's the
so
history.
Okay, so
that
here's
they have
what you know
with
was
New York.
interesting, was really interesting. He and I were sitting there watching the game. At that minute 29 mark, he was sitting over there. I'm trying to tell you, his toenails was curled up like this. He was real nervous, like. You know what I'm saying? And then when that shot bounced around 48 times, Kawhi Leonard, and dropped in, he wanted to jump up, pop locking, you know what I'm saying? Like Beach Street, talking about like he knew it all along. Like he wasn't at no. See, that's what killed me about people after they get the win. During the process, when it don't look like they're gonna get the win, they be quiet with capital 2 T's. But as soon as the win jump off, you act like that's all that you was like that all the time. No, you wasn't. Don't act like in them last moments you wasn't sitting there like like magic. Yeah, you was over there. Yeah, trickery. That's what you was doing, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. You was
I'm
nervous.
just saying,
you was nervous, bro.
New York, Knicks. I told you, gang. Listen, man.
No, see, you don't disrespect, bro.
I have this series going 7, honestly.
No, you said 77.
No.
Here,
I said this is one of the first series that I really cannot call because it can go either way.
Well, first of all, if you ain't calling, it's because the cell phone probably cut off. But I'm saying to you, what did I say about Halliburton with the Knicks, how they should have played Halliburton, bro? Go on here and tell the truth.
I'm going to tell you exactly what you said. Number one, he shouldn't be dribbling up the floor, or you can't let him just dribble up the floor, which what they did the last play. Letting him bring it all the way up court to give him that much room for him to turn around, do a 360, 180, whatever we want to call it, for him to turn around and go towards the three-point line and get a shot off. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
What did I tell you about Ant? Yo, boy.
Oh, that's what we taking it?
That's what we taking it. You done took it already. You done put me out on national television right now.
I told you that, hey, you know.
Hey, now see what I'm saying? When he was talking about the Knicks, wasn't no wasn't no M&Ms, wasn't no none of them. Now all of a sudden it's
I told you he was that dude. You know, it's stamped.
Now
he's just losing to the better team, man. That's okay.
Oh man, stop it. What did I tell you? I said before the series, before we even knew that these two was gonna be playing, I said, Ant is a dog. He doing all that but your coach cannot call you out on national television, number one, and they can't keep turning the ball over the Minnesota Timberwolves with an Ant-Man to the tune of the clip that they do and think that they're going to beat SGA and the other grocery store ownerships and out the road, whether you call him a free throw merchant or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love his game, but he is. It's no question.
Oh, man, stop it, bro.
And if he's being honest with himself, he'll tell you he is.
Bro, yeah, if you're being honest with yourself, because you ain't being honest on this shelf, man,
I'm just
stop
saying,
it.
man.
Man.
But let's look at it, though. Let's look at it. I'm watching the game. I'm looking at it for what it is. Minnesota's style of play, I said after game 1, that's not going to last. They've been beating everybody really.
Whoa. Ain't this the same Minnesota? Weren't they in the conference finals last year?
Yes, they were.
They were, yeah.
So we're not making no excuses.
That's not an excuse. The truth is not an excuse. That's the truth,
yeah, but
man.
if you're using it as such.
The truth is not an excuse. Quotable. Wow.
Yeah, the truth is not an excuse unless you're trying to use it as such.
No. What I'm saying is watching them play OKC's style of play and Minnesota's style of play, I can understand why OKC is winning. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then. Did you not know what OKC's style of play was before they started playing the Timberwolves today or yesterday, before this series started?
Not to this degree, no.
No. I ain't talking about no degree. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you why. No.
I asked you a question. Bro. I said, did you not know? Did you not know?
No, I didn't. Nope. I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh man, stop it.
Okay, get off. Bye.
Get off. Yeah, hello.
Okay,
yes,
disconnection.
Hello.
Conference finals.
Hello.
Them Timberwolves did.
Hello.
So it's a little, it's a little delusion around here.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, one Adam 12. We got a 14-15. Yeah, this dude right here, he lying like a rug right now, bro. Hey, before this series even started, you see, that's what killed me, bro. Don't be moving no goalposts. Hey,
whoa.
Like
Hold
King Ebenezer and the 3 boys. I'm gonna go biblical on y'all, okay? All right. What was the moral of the story? If you're gonna stand. If you're gonna sit, do not waver. Before this series started, he was, bruh, T-Wolves, baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pop locking like they do in Compton. You know what I'm saying? He was doing, he was in the front room, bro. He was going, you know what I'm saying? He looked like Boogaloo Jackson. He think T-Wolves. He like, Jay, give it back, Jay, give it back. I was like, no, you after this, you're gonna want to put it back. You know, I tell you, man, he was going. That's his boy Ant-Man. Then he and I told
let me tell you why.
No, because you're getting ready to tell lies. You telling lies right now. You telling lies. You telling lies. Hey, man, listen, it's my turn, bro. It's my turn. It's my turn. Okay, well, I'm gonna mute your mic then. How about that? How about just mute your mic? How about that? Barbershop sound like a pissed off dad. You better just answer his question. Really? Hey, don't take no more questions, no more comments from that lady right there. Not Lucia A. That's what Lucia A is what we got today with her. I see that's going on. Nah, bro, I'm just saying. Don't be flip-flopping like somebody else in Hollywood. You know what I mean? And you know what
117, 35.
Bro, all I'm saying is, bro, he was Ant-Man out, bro. Making the references to Jordan. I'm just saying, gang. You know, somebody when they say he looked like Mike going through the air, posterize. He was doing all of that. He was doing all of that. He's like Magic. He was doing all of that. I said, Khalil. I said, listen. I said, I'm telling you right now, your coach can't call you out. And I said, they can't. He can't. If they turn the ball over against Oklahoma, OKC, they going home. See, and now all of a sudden you see it ain't looking good. See.
There's a lot of hyperboles right here.
Oh man, hyperboles nothing. Ain't nobody hyperbolizing. Yeah, you just over here telling lies.
It's a lot of juicing over here, y'all.
Yeah. You know he was all Ant-Man. You know what I mean? Don't try to snap at me.
I'm gonna tell you why, Barbershop Jay, bro. You were saying it like you said because he hasn't won a championship yet, that what he's done just don't count.
No, I didn't say that, bro. Stop lying like a rug to yourself and your cousins. I ain't say that, bro. I said. Because he said him. Now, see, now we can ready to do he said, she said, but she said she didn't. See what I'm saying? This is what happens. He said, man, he done went to the. I said, Khalil, hold on. He done took down that. I forgot. He hit me with the gauntlet, Gully. Oh, he got the gauntlet.
Absolutely.
He got the gauntlet.
Thanos, yes, sir.
I said, okay. I said, well, who did he take down? He took down John Elway, Magic, Bird, Kareem, Will. No, he was naming everybody and took down. I said, okay, that's fine. And then he did. I said, but guess what? If he don't take them turnovers down a notch or two, he gonna get took down. And look what's happening now. Yeah, he getting beat down. WWE style. Holla. I'm just saying.
I mean, better to get taken down by a better team, though, right?
Oh man, please. That's like saying the glass is half full, but the diaper is half empty. Man, get out of here, bro. Nobody trying to hear that, bro. Don't be trying to confuse us now and confuse us now. Anyway, we got another comment rolling in. I said don't play. Who playing her comment? What had happened was, you know what? Okay, that's why Michigan State they're not gonna win a game next year. Basketball, lacrosse, hockey, field swimming, or football. How about that?
And they might have frisbee golf.
Okay, well, yeah, that's the only way. And they're gonna have to need a couple golden retrievers on the team. That's the only way they're gonna win that series. Yeah, but anywho, yeah. I mean, so at this juncture, even though game one was a for the Knicks was not. I mean, it ended, horribly, historically horribly, if I might say. And then Ant right now, he getting a spanking. The face of the league is getting a whooping right now. I told you to stay off my lawn. What's the outcome now?
Okay, so can we go back to the Knicks, please?
That's right.
Yeah, go
right
back
there
to
on 31st, that 4-boy pizza. Yep.
Go back to the Knicks.
Hey, you see me out the window.
You swept down. Brunson is this superior point guard, and
bruh.
I was I don't know, Barbershop Jay. You still got Halliburton on the other side.
That's right.
Okay, so wait. So what are you saying about Brunson?
No, Brunson is a dog. It's no question. But I'm saying
what are you trying to make seem like what I said about Brunson?
You were saying like Jalen Brunson is better than Anthony Edwards type of situation.
No,
are you saying that, Barbershop? No, it's a question.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, I love from Villanova. No.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, bro.
Bro, you really you gonna listen to him? Really?
No, I'm
to this dude right here.
I'm not listening to nobody. I'm
okay. You had to listen to somebody to ask me that question.
Listen to myself. I'm asking you the question. Why don't you listen to my question?
Well, what made you ask me the question?
Answer the question. See, he buying time.
No,
that
not
boy
buying
is,
time.
That boy is
Listen.
doing this.
Yeah.
Listen.
He's going 12 rounds right now.
Listen. This is me we talking about. You know, I'm never at a loss for words unless I just woke up.
Well, you
nothing.
You losing the concept of answering the question right now. Answer it,
bruh. First of all,
answer it.
First of all, no, I don't think Brunson is better than Halliburton. I don't think Halliburton is better than Brunson.
We said Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
The question. He's slick, man.
I tell you what.
He's slick.
I tell you what. Brunson don't turn the ball over like Anthony Edwards.
Oh, brother. That's not. Hold on, Jay. You ain't answered the question, man.
Hey, listen. No, I don't think Anthony Edwards is better than Jalen Brunson. And I don't think Jalen Brunson is better than Anthony Edwards. I think they are both what they are in their own right. Hey, bro, don't listen. Hold up. Now, don't even try to act like Jalen Brunson ain't been more than what everybody said he wouldn't be.
Has Anthony Edwards not been in
Dallas? Let's go back to when he was in Dallas. They said that he was too small to be the focal point of a franchise. Didn't we hear that?
True.
Got him out of Dallas and all of that. Whatever Jalen Brunson is right now, he is far exceeded with all y'all thought he was gonna be. Yeah. And what I said he was gonna be because he was Villanova. See, yeah.
You
Big
said the
East,
same
baby.
about Anthony Edwards.
Man, I knew Ant was a dog at Georgia, but Ant, let me tell you something. Ant's offense just became a thing. Ant, to me, had the same kind of offensive progression as did Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, offensively, when he first hit the league, was not the player that he is now known to be by many, and neither was Ant.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, get it stuck. He's got something in your teeth there. Go on, get it on out there, young fella. Okay,
Ant
we got
came
another
in. You know what I mean?
Anyway, all right. Well, who you got winning? We got. Hey, I'm not showing no more her comments. Who keeps showing her comments, bro? How you not going to answer a question? Then be all mad when someone don't answer your question. Okay, that's it. Alva. Yeah, that's it. Okay, no more. Yeah, no more albums. No more albums for today. I'm just saying, bro. Who's winning the Knicks Pacers series right now? Call it out.
I'm going with Indiana.
Oh, of course. That ain't who you said in the beginning. I bet you it ain't. Who winning the series, Double J?
Pacers in 6.
Oh yeah. I know. It's more than Lucia flown at that house today. It's kind of like no wonder there's been a couple of packages in the mail missing in the UPS. They was looking for the post. Police like, did you see this package? I was like, no. They was like, I was like, oh, what's that zip code over there? Oh, is it? 300 something, huh? No,
all right, here a question for you, Barbershop then.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this Thunder team better? Is this better than the Durant Russ?
It's more deep.
What's more
deep? Than James Harden coming off the bench as a 6 man? Who's better than that?
Bruh, I said Durant, Russ, Harden. What was the dude from Kansas? No, not
Nick Collison.
Collison
had dude from Chesterton, Indiana. Oh man, that's gonna bother me. Went to Michigan. Oh.
You can say Antoine Jobert.
No. That's a Detroit guy.
All I know is this OKC team is deeper. But here's the killer part. Y'all want to talk about how great OKC is, but at the same time, y'all calling Shy a free throw merchant.
Two things can be true at
Mitch
one time.
McGarry.
Oh, McGarry. Yeah. Okay, but
Big Perk.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying that they're both not true. What I'm saying is, you use them like your shoes on the wrong feet, but you're trying to walk in one direction at a time.
No, but can we agree that he does foul bait though?
Oh, he's a free throw merchant.
No,
he's Harden in his prime. I don't want to hear all that.
Yeah, man.
Hey, listen, we gotta be careful about who we call them free throw merchants.
Thank you.
What happened, Golly?
You gotta be careful about who we call them free throw merchants.
If it's true, it's true.
That's what. If you're throwing your body around.
Hey, listen, because it's as true for Michael Jordan as it is for SGA now.
Absolutely not.
But you're suggesting the Jordan rules
were how many points per game did Jordan average from the 3-point line?
Or is he abusing it
from the free throw line? Say again.
Yeah, I mean, to suggest that the guy who was getting hammered, literally, via Jordan rules, literally, is the equivalent, the modern equivalent with what you're seeing right now. I say,
okay, but listen,
no.
if Shy is a free throw merchant, whose fault is that? Shy ain't blowing the whistle.
Right.
No, that's the point. It's not his
Okay,
fault.
y'all
You
act
just
like
taking
Shy is blowing the
advantage
whistle.
of it. No, that's fine. You taking advantage of it is fine. It's the fact
Okay,
that you
okay,
do
but
it,
the
though.
way y'all saying it, like, no, y'all saying Shy a free throw merchant, like he be, no, listen, he can't do nothing no more than what the refs call. So get on the refs for their egregiousness too. That's why I said in the Discord, I ain't no placing blame in Shy's feet for whatever y'all think he is, than I am the refs and they blindness. Because that foul on DeAndre Hunter, I ain't saying this what lost the Cavs the series, but come on, bro. The dude dislocated his thumb. And there wasn't no call there. That's a let him play. So come on, bro. If we talking about Shy being a free throw merchant, like that's bad for the game, bro. There's so much stuff. I got a laundry list of stuff that's bad for the NBA game today.
I
right
agree.
now.
Let's place
Okay?
the blame where it really is.
The
needed.
zebras.
Yep.
The zebras. The zebras. You know what I'm saying? They the ones holding on to the whistle. They the ones with the Tim Donaghy jumping off. Yeah, Joey Crawford. Where's Tim Duncan at when you need him? Okay, I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, come on, bro. And then no sporting events completely left up the chance anyway. I keep telling y'all that. Been telling y'all that.
Well, look at Gully's subtitle.
Exactly. Yeah, WWE and WWF. Bray Wyatt.
Gully, I love that, by the way. That's very true.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, both of those series is going 7 games.
I don't know the way it's looking. Minnesota might lose again.
Well,
tonight.
take them Coke bottle bottoms off and see it the way I'm trying to tell you to see it there, young fella. You can't see it through them doggone lasers. You setting the whole house on fire.
Okay, see 102, Minnesota 86, 6 minutes left to go, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Yeah. I'm just saying, bro. So who we got? OKC and the Pacers in the finals. That what we looking at?
I mean, we know you looking for the Knicks, you know.
Bro, no, I ain't. No, I'm looking to get some sleep when this is over with. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to tell you.
Is that a concern of yours, right? They always talk about the big markets, and you're literally going to arguably 2 of the smallest. Does that bother you at all?
No, because guess what? If that's the case, then you shouldn't put small markets in the league then. Put them in their own league. Okay? You can't have small markets in a league, and then when they small markets break through, talking about it's a problem with small markets. Please, tell the Spurs and the Steelers. Okay? Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Do you guarantee it though, Jay? Do I guarantee what, Mrs. Alva? Man, it must be flowing. How many gallons does she have today? Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Tossing them back, I tell you. Man. Did y'all see Dale Earnhardt Jr., by the way? Did y'all see his new car? Man, I gotta give me a number 8, baby. Dale Jr. back on the track, boy. You better watch out. Watch your back. Dale on the track, baby. I'm just saying. Michael Jordan is joining the NBC booth or whatever the case may be. Mike is getting ready to pull a Tom Brady. What's up with that? Mike coming back to save the league again.
Yeah,
NBC had to do something. What?
It needs some saving, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's from all the point shaving. What you talking about, bro? I'm just saying. This dude right here, yeah, of course it needs saving from the point shaving. Hey, I put that on the t-shirt, underdog.
I still don't understand his role. What is he breaking down film, or is he reporting game? What is he doing?
Who? First of all, yes, Miss Alva, I said Pacers in 17. I did. I didn't say Michigan State. Okay.
Jordan.
What do you mean? What is Jordan doing?
You said Jordan is coming to NBC, something like that.
Yeah, he coming to the booth. That's your boy. You the one told me about. Why are you asking me? What is he doing? And you the one told me about it.
I would have known, gang.
That's your boy. Why you don't know?
Yeah.
Take
you out the way, man. You don't know
man, please, I ain't buying what you're selling. Anyway, we're gonna take another little break. When we come back, we're gonna finish things out so everybody can get to it. It ain't no need to watch the fourth quarter. Y'all might as well just watch us for another 12 hours. I mean, I wouldn't do y'all like that, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying we come back. Yeah, we're gonna keep it going.
It's Kate Cunningham, and you watching the Shop Report. I'm Homie Diallo, and you watching the Shop Report. My name's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report. You're Jay Knight, you're watching the Shop Report. Max McKee, you're dropping in on the shop report.
Barbershop J, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Hi, I'm Mars Manworth from Mercury Stadium, and you're watching the Shock Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doug Flynn of the New York Mets. Well, a few other teams, of course, too. And you're watching the Shop Report.
I'm Matt Ramos, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? I'm Rajay Davis, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? This is Nelson Figueroa, former Major League pitcher with a lot of teams. You're about to listen to the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Howard Johnson. You're watching the Shop Report.
Hi, I'm Heath Bell from the New York Mets, and you're listening to the Shop Report podcast. Yeah!
Hey, I'm Josh Tolley, former catcher of the New York Mets, and you're watching the Shop Report.
This is Edgardo Alfonso for the Mets, and you're listening to Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doc Gooden, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Hello, this is Mike Hampton, and you're watching Shop Report.
Hey, this is Herman Harvey, former NFL offensive lineman with the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, and you're listening to the Shop Report.
All right, we're back. Yeah, Jordan in the booth. Is this good for the league? Why do you think this is why? Do they need
it's an interesting time for him to do this?
Huh?
I agree.
If in fact it's true, I think it's an interesting time for him to do this.
That's what what do you think what do you think the reason is behind it?
And that's the key. It's
because Charles and them getting ready because where's Barkley and them going?
They stay, I want to say they stay on air for one more year.
Yeah, they said that they're going to ESPN.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's something like in their.
Are they going to ESPN?
Yeah, in their banter, like going on one of the recent episodes, well, like a few weeks back of Inside the NBA. I think Charles Barkley alluded to it that they'll be here next year or whatever. So they'll be like.
I wonder. So wait a minute. So is this just talk? Then Mike not coming to the booth, is he?
No, he is. It's official.
Where from it? Where from?
From NBC themselves.
I might have to look this up.
Okay, so if he, because what I read, it was just like he coming back. It didn't really give no whole bunch of details.
That's where a lot of people getting confused, me included. It's like, what is his role? That was my question. What is he gonna be doing exactly? And then Gully, to your point, like you said, it's definitely an interesting time right now. Like, what's the reason behind it? It do make you wonder.
I believe it's more going on in terms of detriment as far as the league is concerned. Behind the scenes.
No, it's about it's all marketing.
I can see that too.
He coming back to NBA on NBC. Like that's
so wait. So the NBA needs him for marketing purposes for the same reason that the US Team USA Coach K needed Kobe.
No, it's different. It's different. See,
it's on the screen.
No, listen, ain't nothing different about. I'm calling Double J and Gully because I don't think I can do it.
No, it's different at all. It's different altogether.
It's different at all. Nothing.
Yes, it is because Kobe Bryant. Listen, Kobe Bryant saved the reputation of USA basketball on a global scale. Mm-hmm. This is nostalgia we're talking about.
But it's necessary for a revivement too.
You really don't need Michael Jordan to bring back the essence of what it is the NBA on NBC was.
Oh, yes, you do, bruh.
You don't know you didn't because he didn't show up before the day. You didn't need that to gather the excitement of NBA on NBC.
Listen, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Let me tell you why.
Bro, if you needed them, if you needed them, you mean to tell me you wasn't at all excited or enthusiastic about the NBA on NBC coming back?
No, not really.
Michael Jordan's presence has a special contributor, had nothing to do with
if the NBA on NBC, first of all, Is the NBA on NBC gonna have Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson, or Kenny Smith?
No, of course it isn't.
Hey,
and Michael Jordan is not going to be better than that.
I didn't, bro.
He's not out all going to be better than that.
Bro, I'm not. You're not even. I'm not. Did I say that? No, I didn't. I didn't. I'm asking a question. Is Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson? Don't play. Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, are they on NBC?
140th? Yeah, Kenny Johnson. Oh man,
yeah, got you. Man. Yeah, I got you. Ha ha he he. Are they on NBC?
Not that from what I read, no.
Okay, those guys did. They made Inside the NBA on TNT more in your living room than some of the NBA games. Remember?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So correct. The NBC feel like, because who is Tom Brady with? What he on Fox NFL? Who's he with?
I think it was Fox. It was either Fox or NBC.
Okay. The NBC, wherever Charles and them going, NBC is saying, okay, we need our heavy hitter. Because basketball has been so far, the NBA been so far removed from the NBC and so long ago. What does NBC have? And I don't even know if they have. I'm just saying off the top of my head. Other than the Olympics, if you're a sports person, why are you going to NBC for anything? Michael Jordan being NBC will help NBC be in the same stratosphere or in conversation as was Inside the NBA or TNT, as will be ESPN now, because ESPN is falling off too.
But that's not just. But when you say if the purpose of what you were saying was. Is it similar to Kobe Bryant? No, it's not.
Yeah. Bro,
no, it can't be.
Why
the
can't
NBA or NBC don't need to be saving. It didn't need to be saved. He wasn't there from the beginning, bro.
I'm not saying the NBA. I'm not saying NBA or NBC needs to be saved. What I'm saying
that is what you suggest.
No, I'm not.
By saying this is the same as Kobe Bryant. No, because Kobe Bryant's presence on the Dream Team saved the integrity.
I'm not talking about Jordan saving NBC. Basketball. I'm talking about NBC is bringing Jordan back for their reasons, but the league need Jordan too for reasons akin to or similar to as what Kobe was needed for the Dream Team.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. God dag nabbit it.
That ain't what you said.
That ain't what I said, but it's what I'm saying.
That's not how you started that question.
Okay, how I started. This ain't how you start. It's how you finish.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bro,
now, how did I finish it?
Are we quoting Coach Carter? My gosh.
Anyway, no, actually, no. We first of all,
was watching Coach Carter. The same question would have been asked at the beginning and the end.
Okay, whatever the case may be.
But I have a question, though, Barbershop Jay.
No, I ain't got no questions. First of all, Coach Carter, welcome back, man. Carter. It ain't getting no harder. I don't care about nothing.
Lakers at 5. No.
Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. Okay. This is disrespectful.
Oh no, my fault, Barbershop Jay. Knicks at 5. My bad.
Yeah.
Knicks at 5. Right.
He gonna give me for that later on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. You're gonna be sleeping out on.
Question, though.
Yeah, you gonna. I got a question.
Bring him back.
Where you sleeping at tonight?
You gonna put me in the woods?
What's your question, boy?
Gully, to your point, bringing back Mike at this time, right, for NBC. A lot of people will argue that this is the perfect time to do it because from what I've heard, and again, this is, hearsay, that the league, as far as viewership, is not where the NBA wants it to be, right? And they said the last time it was the 2022 around the All-Star game, the 75th anniversary, when MJ came to Cleveland. And the argument was, whoa, the thing is, Mike doesn't show up for big events, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. They didn't even think he was going to show up for the 75th anniversary thing. And him being there, you could just see, oh, man, it was like, oh, snap. He's here. So with him coming back to NBC, I'm curious to know, again, what is his role? Is he going to be talking about the game while he's playing? Is he going to be like Reggie and them or Kenny and them? What is he really doing? Or is he
He ain't. I keep trying to tell you, it ain't. Michael Jordan going to NBC has far less to do with what his role is, as much as it does who he is, his presence.
So it's an aura type thing.
What I'm saying to you is
no. To both of your points, again, that's why I was showing it on the screen. The details emerge that it's going to be pre-taped segments that appear either pre-game or during halftime. And so, again, it's meant to capture some aspects or essence of what Kobe did.
Hold on. Double J, you mean to tell me he's doing promos?
No, it's going to be more like what Kobe did with detail.
Double J. Think about what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's read it right here.
I know where you're going with it. Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think it's
what? You're not disagreing with him? What?
I think this could backfire, folks. I really do.
Oh man, so please don't say that when Tony Romo was
I think it's mild, bro. This dude he's too big. He's too big for the league. Rice said Fred is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
As it pertains to the NBA.
Whoa. Okay, so wait. So what you saying, Michael? You saying Michael Jordan is too big for the league? Is Tom Brady too big for the booth?
No, but he had just gotten divorced.
What that got to do with whether your stature is too big or too little?
I say yeah.
Listen, NBC has been off of they might have a Kentucky Derby. Okay, Secretariat, sweepstakes, Preakness, all that good stuff.
Jay, stop it. What? You telling me you're going to want to tune in at halftime of a random Charlotte Hornets versus the New Orleans Pelicans to hear his Ernest speak?
No.
Are you serious?
Well, that game ain't gonna be broadcast on the network anyway.
What I'm telling you is, in layman's terms, picture the friend who's throwing a set at the grog shop. And if it's just me inviting you, we might get some people to come. But if I put KRS-One name on the billing, it's going to be wall-to-wall folks in the building.
So it's a draw attention type thing.
That's okay, but and then they all get there, and it's a pre-recorded. It's Milli Vanilli.
I'd rather listen to a pre-recorded Kumo D song than a Today Live mumble rap.
You know how Frankie Valli's been out there looking like something out of the Chuck E. Cheese?
Please. I tell you what. The day Michael Jordan is announced that he's going to actually be on, like whatever day it is, it's coming up, that Michael Jordan be ready Thursday at 8:30. I go look at all the other networks and what they got going on sports wise, and I guarantee you that day he get on is going to trump whatever's happening.
Well, that day might not come.
What you mean?
Because that's what he's saying. If we look at,
I don't care if it's a pre-recorded or not. When they show that list, okay. When this was announced, what was the reaction?
It was kind of like
they just started hearing the theme music.
Oh man, please, y'all need to. It wasn't no ho hum. Oh man, y'all.
No, it was great.
Khalil talking about something. It was kind of like, oh, bruh, if that's the case, then y'all telling me his shoe stock sales stop, whatever is dropping.
But his shoes have more to do with popular culture than they do with him. At this point,
that's why people need to see him.
That's what my whole point is. It's like, okay, MJ is back, cool, but what is he doing?
But if you turned on NASCAR, you would see him almost every Sunday. What are we doing?
No, you don't. You don't. But first of all, how many people watch NASCAR?
But that's your fault. If you wanted to see MJ, you would see him.
Hey, me personally, I go for NASCAR to see NASCAR. Then when I see MJ, I'm like, oh, snappy doo, cracky doo, where's Scooby Doo? You know what I'm saying? I don't go to NASCAR to see MJ. I go to NASCAR to see NASCAR. Then I happen to see MJ. They just take it to another level on the salute side. Bam. What I'm saying to y'all is NBC on the sports tip. If you think that they bring in Michael Jordan into making this announcement that Michael Jordan's come back to NBC just for some ho hum, ho ha, I doubt it. Trust and believe it's a whole lot bigger than what y'all think it is.
I hope
Please. So. Because guess what? How much money do you think they had to pay him to get his presence on that network?
We know what the numbers are.
Okay, then. So if you think that they're going to get whatever the money
$40 for a pre-taped.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, but to Double J's point, okay, let's say they paid him the big bank, just to say something for 30 seconds. It's like, who cares now?
Well, they pay that much for a Super Bowl ad, and I've seen some Super Bowl commercials that was terrible.
But how biased is he going to be? Does he have to say, is he going to be transparent?
Well,
that's trash.
Wait a minute.
Or is he going to say, because I'm being compensated accordingly?
Well,
I like what I see.
First of all, is Charles Barkley controversial?
Sure, and that's why but how much heat does he take for that? Oh, he's ruining the game of basketball.
Oh, please. But listen, but guess what, though? But guess what? They still the top-rated pregame, before the pregame out of all pregame shows, postgame, period. Come on, bro. Listen, Michael Jordan's persona, getting past all of that. NBC is bringing Michael Jordan back. They might say, okay, because we just going to prep a promos, whatever the case may be, bruh. But I'm telling you right now, show up to put it like this. Like I said, in layman's terms, let's say I'm in high school and I show up to the high school for career day with Double J, Rocket Digital Marketing. It's going to be a crowd like, yay. But I'll show up to the school with Michael Jordan, bro. It's going to be cars lined up all the way down to Chicago, bro, from Cleveland.
No,
stop it.
Not,
yes, it is.
The problem is he's not going to be there.
He don't have to be there, bro.
Yes, he does, because that's the modern world. Look at this. I'm going to read live comments. This one's from Arch. I knew it was too good to be true. That yellow-eyed bleep would never risk going live and bleeping up his pristine image created after years of paid Nike ESPN propaganda.
Okay,
then
first of all, that guy right there sounds salty.
Actually he hasn't paid much attention to modern day NBA, and his analysis would end up being old head opinions and kind of trash.
Signed by what's that guy's handle? Sitting in my grandma's basement. Anybody paying attention to that guy? That guy sitting in his grandma's basement and Al Bundy with his hands in his pants like Al Bundy.
So on his time when he's sober,
get him when he's sober. Yeah, I got you. He gonna play. Oh man, please. I'm telling you, it's gonna be enough people right there. Man, listen. Detroit fan man said, I had no idea Jordan was affiliated with NASCAR. But of course, advertisers pay big money to NBC to be affiliated with Jordan, no doubt. Those pre-records are going to be sponsored by Can't Wait to See. All I'm telling y'all is NBC cannot afford, to be putting their hat back into the basketball arena on any level and drop the ball.
Okay.
You saying? Right. So if you're going to get this dude, I guarantee you it's more to it than what's was being put out right now. Now, he might start out doing a couple of promos and whatever the case may be, but bruh, you don't bring Michael Jordan in, bruh, just to be no, you don't. No, it's got to be way more to it than that, bro. I'm putting the stamp on that. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
You think it's gonna be way more to Jordan's presence being on NBC than just
man. Yeah, bro. Because look at
for him to be brought back, it's almost a slap in the face if it's not, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You don't bring him back and it's just
NBC needs didn't if I'm not mistaken, didn't Double J say something about marketing? Marketing, if you understand the generalities of marketing, or economics or whatever, like 101 type of deal. You know what I'm trying to say? You got to have a strategic plan in place to be able to get the folk. When you go to the grocery store, even, it's a reason why they got all the wing dings and ding dongs in the front. Okay, but then that on the loudspeaker, they're telling you, please eat healthy. Now, you know what I'm saying? Get your strawberry intake in, buddy. But yeah, as soon as I hit the front door, it's little dabbies all over the place. I'm Cookie Monster. You know what I'm saying? Man, stop. Ain't nobody eating no celery, bruh. Not on no Friday night, bruh. It's Goroville Regengockers. Yeah, but bruh, they bringing Mike in. They got to put us in. They looking at what inside the NBA is with TNT, now going over to ESPN. That's why ESPN is unfolding a whole bunch of folks. Did they just let Stan Verrett go?
Man, Richard Jefferson just said this team gets more tips than the feds. I mean, oof.
Well, Richard Jefferson is the last one to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he was getting tipped when he was here in Cleveland. He was giving out tips, rather. Anyway, yeah, I seen him coming out of a shady spot or two down there on East 9th in the Prospect area. Gully, wake up. I'm just saying. Yeah, anywho. But yeah, Mike coming back is going to be way more big of an impact. The NBC,
they got to be promos.
Whatever it is, but that's what's going to be that now. But they need Okay.
They don't need them, man.
They do, man.
They absolutely don't need them to do that.
For NBC to put themselves back into the basketball arena, who gonna really watch the NBA on NBC, bro?
Let me explain something to you. I said that, matter of fact, I said this to Double J before. Or I've said this before. When I watch basketball on TNT, it sounds different than when I watch it on ESPN or ABC. The way that they do the audio, the way that the audio is done, it sounds different.
It's a better package.
No. NBC audibly sounds better for sports. There's something about the way they present and showcase their presentation.
Oh, that's peacock talk.
And acoustically.
Oh my gosh, man. That's peacock talk, bro.
What do you mean?
You sound like an NBC affiliate.
I'm all right, bet.
Yeah,
okay, so I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, yeah. Well, why y'all bringing back Jordan then?
I tell you what. Then. Ask anybody that you like if they care to hear why the TNT NBA All-Star games sound so boring.
He ain't lying. I can attest to that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, listen.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Khalil.
Hold on.
Yes.
First of all,
hold on. Nothing.
No, wait a minute. So what is the halftime show?
Oh, cool. No, I said not the halftime show. I'm talking about the game.
Okay, but hang on. But Cully, we're still missing a point here. This man is not coming to the broadcast booth. This is not Tom Brady. This is, stay tuned, folks. Here comes Michael Jordan to talk about how bad this is trash.
There is a level of excitement that it was part of the NBC package when they ran sports. You hear it differently, so it sounds more engaging, more exciting, sounds more like a sports broadcast than any of the other networks. That's why I hated when ESPN or when NBC got rid of basketball. I'm telling you,
but here's the thing, though. But listen, this is 2025, right?
Exactly.
You have to appeal to a whole new audience, right? But what's the one thing that's on everybody's dossiers that's going to keep being on everybody's dossiers?
Not Michael Jordan in the pantsuit telling us to watch the
define
game again.
dossier. I'm not.
I'm talking about. I'm dumb, boy. Look it up.
I don't want to know
what I'm saying is, listen, bro. Yeah, pass the Cavassier dossier. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't talking about Malcolm X, not tomorrow or today. You know what I'm saying? Denzel all the way, brother Rich. Holla at your boy. But I'm saying to you. Yeah, right. Got you. What I'm saying is this whole who's the GOAT is still being discussed.
So all if that's the case, this don't make the argument no better for Jordan.
I'm not saying it, bro. What I'm saying to you is NBC wants to be they were bringing him back so that they can be part of that because it gives them some stench of relevance to some degree initially. Yeah. Because on the sports scene, bro, they can't compete with inside the NBA. They can't compete with whatever.
Barbershop Jay, how could that be relevant when you're grabbing somebody from yesteryear?
Because the GOAT conversation is right to here, and that's from yesteryear.
Yeah, but this would be desperate.
How?
I could see that though, because you bring in it ain't just no regular.
Okay, in order for how long? Hold on. How long has NBC been? How long has NBC been away from basketball?
He has not been active.
I didn't talk about he. I said NBC. Okay. They trying to put their hat back in an arena that they once owned and were the rulers of. Now they're trying to get back in it, right? But when you're trying to get back into a market, so to speak, that's constant, that you were in 20 however many years ago, and you was the man or that thing. How do you get back into it and put yourself and close the gap right off the rip? Who's going to NBC for sports for anything if it ain't the Olympics, or unless it's an acquired taste like the Preakness or the Kentucky Derby?
Or golf,
golf, man. Please, there's not enough golf fans. Listen, Tiger Woods. That's why they keep talking about Tiger Woods, because it really ain't enough with Roy McIlroy and all of them. Shout out. You have to be a golf person to really be a golf fan. They're bringing back Mike because they want to bring back them fans, not who just NBC fans from once upon a year, but these people that keep talking about this GOAT stuff. They want to bring them too. because that's going to be Mike doing promos right now. But I guarantee you, somehow, some way, NBC going to have that discussion or have 3 dudes saying something about who's the GOAT. They're going to find a way to factor that in, bro, because NBC has to be relevant again on the NBA basketball market. And just jumping in there right now, without him, ain't nobody tuning in to NBC, bro, to watch basketball.
How do you know? I'm trying to...
Bro, come on, man. Ain't nobody watching. And they don't want to... Listen, I tell you what. Let me ask you this. How many times have you watched Inside the NBA on TNT with Chuck, Kenny, Shaq, and EJ, and didn't watch the game? You watched the post-game show, but didn't watch the game.
Listen, you notice how you only refer to Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq? You just spit. That's the only example that you have.
Bro, because they said this, bro.
Not for your lack of depth. It's not for your lack of depth. It's the fact that show, they are okay. So I think I kind of see your argument now. They are the Michael Jordan of broadcast journalism.
They are the standard.
Okay, so nothing's touching that. Michael Jordan hasn't been active as a commentary in professional basketball,
but he don't have to be as long. Michael Jordan could go.
Barbershop J, to a point, I can see what Gully's saying. What he's saying is, okay, good, Mike is back, cool. But to the commentary standard, as far as Chuck, Kenny, and them, we still want to hear what you got to say. You know,
Khalil,
what I mean? But he's not Michael Jordan.
Listen, they're not bringing Michael Jordan back right now. NBC is to hear what he got to say. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro.
That's my point, though. Okay, so you bring him back. Okay, like we all know he's coming back. Whoa,
listen, okay,
you don't need to bring you. Michael Jordan is not gonna make me say, "Oh man, now I can watch the NBA on NBC."
No,
I was already about to do that anyway, bro.
Listen, what I'm telling you,
as soon as they say
Michael Jordan, you would have to.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell
They're not.
No, I'm gonna tell you this. You know what's the bigger draw to the NBA returning to NBC is deciding whether you're going to get the original or the new version of Round Ball Rock. John Tesh is more important to NBA or NBC returning than Michael Jordan is.
Listen to tell you something right now, bro.
You know,
that theme song for NBA, for NBA on NBC, we know that by heart.
Exactly, and that's why.
But this is, I keep saying to y'all, this is 2025. We talking about the attention spans of people.
Right.
The only thing that these people who tuning in now care about is what? Who the GOAT and which Jordans is coming out next week.
So you already have those shoes without him in his great pants.
No, what I'm saying to you
when
is,
has he gone out and personally said, "Buy my shoes"?
Never.
He don't have to. The point I'm trying to make is NBC is putting their hat back into the basketball arena after being away for 400 years. In order for them to gain some foothold of relevancy in terms of the basketball market, they bringing this
guy who hasn't done anything in 5 years.
Hey, listen, how long had it been? Hold on, let me give you a better example. Then let me give you a better example. How long had it been? How long had it been Michael Jordan involved in baseball that when he retired from basketball, he went to play for the White Sox minor league team and their seats was full?
Yeah,
right, but he's not going to the stadium.
But you don't, bro. But what I'm saying to just Michael Jordan
were thirsty for Michael Jordan, the athlete. They missed him. People were thirsty for Michael Jordan, the athlete, and there was two things. There was a thing about it,
bro. They thirsty for
Michael. If I'm Amazon, I'm writing him a blank check. Okay, Dwayne Wade and Candace Parker are not going to make me watch the NBA on Amazon.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say Jordan. This whole thing, Jordan wasn't a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's gonna make you watch? Not basketball aficionados. What's gonna make the casual fan want to tune in to NBA on NBC?
John Tesh and Round Ball Rock.
What if they don't bring? Okay, did they say they bring that back?
I'm going to say this: it's the quality of the sport. Because look, Pacers Knicks game 1 drew 6.6 million viewers, a 7-year high. Could you tell me who was on that broadcast? Does it matter who was at halftime?
Yeah.
No.
First of all,
who was it?
For a guy like Michael Jordan, first of all, Reggie Miller was on there. Second of all,
but you don't really tune in for Reggie though. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
What I'm saying to you is this, bro.
No
NBC
disrespect.
at this juncture is bringing Mike along for the star power of it. Now, at some point, his role may change.
Yeah.
But they bringing him along right now, bro, because let me tell you something. You know John Tesh. I know John Tesh, but these dudes not don't know John Tesh. They looking at listening to Lil Wayne.
But everybody in your generation, listen, what I'm saying is, your point, no. Your point where we started this was Michael Jordan's presence on NBA on NBC was necessary.
No, I didn't say it was necessary.
Yes, you did. You did.
I'm not.
Why would you compare it to Kobe Bryant returning for the dream for Team USA?
First of all, that wasn't a statement. I asked a question.
And I'm telling you, and I've been saying,
I said, is it akin to?
Now, absolutely not. It's not the same.
I'm saying, is Michael Jordan coming to basically save the NBA again and its ratings?
For what? No, he don't need to save the NBA. He don't need to save the NBA.
Well, first of all, this announcement that Jordan was coming back was done before the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference playoffs.
This announcement was done well after the NBA on NBC was known to return.
Pivotal and earth-shaking that not even many of us knew the details of it.
Right.
Man, that's my problem.
First of all, ain't nobody looking for details
of the executive.
With the attention spans of today,
John, I'm not going to do this unless I have to, unless it's on my terms.
With the attention spans of today, details don't qualify. All I need to know is Mike is coming.
With the attention spans of today,
you talking about details? Ain't nobody. They don't take time enough to read the details with the attention spans.
And I don't believe they're going to show up for that.
7-second snippets and songs are more applicable to the attention spans of today than somebody who retired 23 years ago.
I can attest
telling you about a game.
I can attest. Yeah,
I'm going to say a statement that makes me physically ill.
Okay, so then wait a minute.
LeBron James would have been a bigger draw today for the same segment.
Yes, absolutely, Double J. Yes,
that's not a bad argument.
Yes,
because but Barbershop, you got to hear what they're saying, man. It's like
if LeBron decided to retire, if LeBron decided to retire and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna do guest commentary for the NBA on NBC when they return," it would
I can see that.
He about to end the show. He about to get all fired. We're all fired. Khalil, you fired.
First of all, no.
First of
all, Khalil.
Like a big daddy.
First of all, Khalil is put out. That's number one. Number two, I'm telling y'all right now. At the end of the day, Jordan don't have to do commentary. That GOAT conversation is carried by so many people still. And carry so much more weight. Let me tell you something. On the sports landscape today, it's the who's the GOAT conversation still, and then inside the NBA with Chuck, EJ, Kenny, and Shaq. Then after that, who you got? Exactly. So they're going to put Mike on NBC. They like, look, bro, you ain't got to open your mouth. Just stand there. And watch how many more folks, how much more the attractions start piling up. NBC right now, what do they have to come back to the basketball?
That's the whole point.
That soundtrack, bro. That soundtrack ain't gonna work, bro.
Man,
that soundtrack ain't gonna work. They're gonna do the same thing with that soundtrack that they did in the heat of the night with Howard Rollins' hair. He started off with an afro, then they gave him a conch. I'm just saying, bro.
I've heard that the player intros are being introduced again with NBC. Meaning, like when it was a Bulls game back then, and y'all heard, and now the theme music or whatever, they kind of bringing that back.
That was the United Center theme music. Settle down.
No, that's what I'm saying though. NBC, they about to do something similar. You're gonna hear player intros and stuff like that you wouldn't normally hear.
Exactly. Okay, so that's a part of it. That's my point. NBC is doing things that they know they like. Look, we trying to get back into something where everybody else got a foothold way above us. So what we once were, we can bring elements of that, but we have to come in 2020. What can we do to 2025 that in terms of relevancy? NBC don't have time to build themselves back up.
That was good 25 plus years ago is what's going to hit home today.
No, it's not, because 25 years ago, that theme song came on, and when that theme song came on, you knew that you was finna get Game 7 of Knicks Pacers with Charles Oakley, Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson. Now you're getting Who you getting? Yeah, Greg
Halliburton,
Olsen tags. Yeah,
Jalen
Greg Olsen
Brunson.
tags. Yeah, Greg
Jalen
Olsen
Brunson.
tags. Yeah, got
But
it.
you see,
Yeah.
hang on a second. Now
Yeah.
we're on to some. Now we've cut to it.
Okay, so look at what's the score in the game
where's
right
all
now.
the
Then
lipstick on the pig talk right now, because
I
that's
don't
what
eat
you're
pork.
doing. You've dressed this thing
I don't
up.
eat pork.
We're gonna
No, I
bring
don't.
back the music. We're gonna bring back Mike, but we're not gonna make the game any better. And the zebras aren't gonna get held accountable.
Bingo.
So our MVP could be a free throw merchant.
Bingo. So what are we
listen,
really doing
listen.
it for?
Dog.
Hey,
I
listen,
agree, Double
listen.
J.
Address the real problems.
Hey,
I
NBC,
agree.
listen, NBC is doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. They getting in where they fit in.
But that's the thing, Barbershop J. Okay, you bring in. That's my whole point. Mike. y'all
Well,
know
I'm
that's
not
my boy.
surprised.
You bringing him back. Okay, who cares? But if I keep seeing foul baiting on TV, you know what I'm saying? If it's not like the Knicks and Pacers series right now, I don't want to watch.
Because guess what?
Because, by the way, OKC is whooping Minnesota. I hate to say it, but it's
Because
happening.
guess what? I'm
It's
gonna tell you what's gonna
happening
happen.
real. This is
The
real
game.
live.
Listen, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get one of them games on NBC, and it's gonna start out fine. It's gonna be a nice contest, and then the score gonna look like what it is like now, halftime. So they're gonna bring Mike on, talking about some who you think is the GOAT, and then everybody gonna forget about the game. I'm trying to tell you, that's what's gonna happen, bro. That's what's gonna happen. They feel that. Well, who you think is the GOAT? Well, I think he's the GOAT. Yeah, well, you can't have but one GOAT because of that. Yeah, well, Will Chamberlain was doing from the free throw line, and Magic was
But Michael
trickery.
Jordan never
Stop it.
played into conversation about him being the GOAT.
What?
He never ever entertained conversations about him being.
But
the
that
GOAT.
don't.
No, I
but
think he's being facetious.
He's been asked
I'm
that
being
several
facetious.
times,
Thank you,
and
bro.
he
What I'm saying
says-
is, it don't matter. It ain't. They don't care what he really think, bro. His name alone. Let me put it to you like this.
Okay, that's
Why
like
do
bringing
you
that's like bringing Hulk Hogan back to sell it. Okay, gotcha.
Why do you think?
I can see that.
Why do you think golf still got to find some way to mention Tiger Woods?
Because of the weight he holds.
Because Tiger Woods ain't played. When is the last major? What is the last? Tiger Woods didn't even play golf on his own simulator. He ain't. You know what I'm saying? When is the last time we actually seen Tiger Woods on the golf course?
Yeah, he's been working back for the last.
He's got his own league now. What do you mean Detroit's about to get one of the franchises?
Okay, well we know with Detroit. Okay, we got you. Detroit, Motor
League,
City,
yeah.
Joe Louis. I got you, Motown, Double J. Don't stop bragging. What I'm saying is, when is the last time, bruh? Huh? This is Mike we talking about, bruh. This is Mike we talking about, bruh. Mike, come back, bruh. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, if you put a picture of Michael Jordan up right now, that dude right there, little LIL right there, right? He's gonna be like, 23 in the garden. All of that. Can he do that?
I know. I get
Every
what you're
time.
saying, but the problem is this is under delivering. It's not even a live broadcast.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. Show me. There
was a
no. I'm not letting you get away with that. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. No, I'm not letting you get away with that.
Nose on and says,
No.
"Oh, hi everybody, go eat
No.
lots of Krabby Patties," and it takes off, and the kids go nuts.
Okay, so
because
you
they were
said
lied to.
Okay, you said under delivering, under delivering, right? Is that what you said?
Under-deliver, yes.
Under deliver, right? You don't see some of that now. You don't see a lot of that now. Any sport that you look at right now, I don't care if it's even these playoffs right now. Any sport, any league, I guarantee you, 85% is of all the sports is doing what you just said. Under delivering.
So what
Not
would
the
you
NHL.
like Michael Jordan to do that is going to add substance? Because if the product itself is poor or porous, you put him on a television show for 30 minutes breaking down, we'll say, the best game that the league had to offer. How long are people going to tune in for that? Is that what we want to see from Michael Jordan today, him breaking down film?
Let me ask you this.
I'd rather watch Michael Jordan break down film like Kobe did with detail than to see him do what Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie is doing. And I say that because
who's said that that's what he gonna do?
No, he didn't. I don't know if that's confirmed, Barbershop J. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so at the end of the day, whatever the case may be, the NBC, they want y'all to stay tuned.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, they already confirmed it's pre-taped.
Okay,
that's my point though. To Double J's point, if the
That's why
product,
people
if I'm watching the
good
game
on
and the
this.
game is
They're
still
already
bad,
on this.
then at some point you're gonna be like, okay, Mike's there, cool, who cares? But I'm watching the game is boring.
All right.
I'm flipping the channel.
I think NBC's reasons are for bringing Mike in, but I'm gonna say this: once inside the NBA, the TNT brass over there, got a little obtuse, like, oh, we really don't need them. Now it's too late. You see what I'm saying? Because you see
they just all re-up their deals.
They're not gonna be. But I'm talking about the TNT people. They're not on TNT no more.
No. TNT licensed them to use that, but they all signed deals with TNT. So Shaq did. Chuck just said he will not go to Amazon. He's renewing his deal with TNT.
Okay, wait. So wait.
Does that mean
licensing the product is no different than ESPN calling us and saying, instead of those cornballs they threw on there on ESPN2, they call us for some substance, and then they say, okay, we're going to put y'all on. So they would be licensing this show because it's your show. You get what I'm saying? So you still own the rights on your network for this. They're going to just simply borrow it and provide it on that platform.
Oh, so is it the case that TNT doesn't want to? They don't want to.
TNT doesn't have the games to broadcast. That's the problem. So it makes more sense for ESPN, who can't contractually go and hire those guys, and they don't want to because they like the terms that they have with TNT, how the production is done, and they're protecting all of the people that they often are behind.
But what was wrong with the TNT production, though?
Nothing. That was the point, and that's why they wanted to make sure if they were going to be associated with any other network, it was going to be owned and operated by the TNT groups. It's simply just going to be shown on that channel.
Going to be shown on what channel?
So wait a minute. So the quartet is, instead of in TNT studios, they're going to be in ESPN studios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, bro, we finna see. NBC is too big of a network for them to throw their hat back into the basketball arena. And listen, if NBC is bringing Mike back, man, do you think that they just bringing him back just for promos?
Yes.
They might
Yes.
No, bro. You really, bro, the kind of money that go along with all of this kind of stuff right now, these deals these folks are signing and TV deals and all that. You think they bringing him just for promos? That might be how it start out, but it can't be, bro. It can't be. That can't be all there is to it, bro. It can't be. I'm not buying it. Let me throw my man Detroit Fan Man's quote up here again. He said, "I'm seeing it like the John Gruden quarterback camp video, sponsored by GMC Trucks or WE." Yeah, okay, yeah. It's got to be more than that. There's no way in the world that's all that it is, bro. When Charles and all of them already got a foothold, you NBC, whatever the case may be, you have to reinvent yourself to get back into this hoop market and be whatever you think you was to the tune of once upon a time. Because it's been so long, man. Well, you remember the theme song. Double J remember the theme song. I remember the theme song, but Khalil don't remember the theme song.
I know the Bulls one.
Well, now and see barbershop.
Hold up, Double J. You know which one, Khalil? You know.
The Bulls one.
The Bull one. Yeah, the Bull one. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, the Bull. Yeah, go ahead. Anyway, I know you know that one.
Barbershop Jay, is this gonna draw Gen Z? That's my concern.
No.
Well, first of all, I never heard her name.
I would say this.
I never heard her name spelled like that. Gen Z. But how you spell it? JENZI, I guess. I don't know. Gen Z.
No,
she sounds kind of cute to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, baby. I'm bars, baby.
To
bars.
Answer your question, Double J.
It don't matter.
If you're a Jordan fan, it might. But again, it really depends on his role. If he gonna do like Kobe did, detail, breaking down film. Okay, this attack this angle, do this, whoop de whoop. Then if you're a fan of the game, then you tuning in.
But listen, bro, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Who's really a fan of the game anymore? What's the percentages on that? Gambling has so taken over the sports landscape that performances are parlay based.
Then maybe Michael, who's a known gambler, would be better off better suited talking about it from that angle.
Listen, man, please. Hey, man. Hey, listen. Hey, get your gamble on, baby. Call the number at the bottom if you got a problem. 1-800. I got to gamble too much. I'm just saying. Hey, man, please. The way sports is going nowadays, bro, at the end of the day, man, performances are parlay based, and so is the discussions. You got what do you call them shows? The show that you are fantasy shows that have more numbers rating wise. They do better than your average the pregame before the game type of shows. What do you even need Chuck Lundquist and all Vern Lundquist? What do you need them for? Rafteries and all them type of guys. You don't need them no more. All you need to do now is just put on a fantasy show. Hey, I'm gonna tell you who to play, props, under, over, all of that, money lines, boom, we out of there, and then go straight to the game.
We benefited from that, absolutely.
Okay, I'm just saying. Well, no, y'all did. I'm saying I'm over here still washing clothes. You know what I'm saying, outside in the backyard and wash tub.
Again, look, they goes hand in hand. I get it. There is a certain demographic or just contingent rather that is there to just shut up and tell me who to start. And then also, is this guy going to get the 80 yards that I need to make $100,000 or not? But at the same time, those that do see the parallels between understanding cover 2 and single high and the schemes that are being ran and how it ultimately leads to that play developing and of course the success or failure of those desired results, there is some kind of there's a parallel between the two, that someone breaking it down in a detail like concept and then matching that with where there are productive numbers there from a if you want to call it a gambling segment or a fantasy from vantage point, then certainly I think Mike, of all people, could actually be very good at doing that.
Hey, bro, gambling is brother BKL Contreras Sports Center. What it do, Big B? What it do, baby?
Yes, sir.
Shout out. Hey, sports entertainment guys in the building. What's happening, barbershop crewmate? What it do, baby? Let me give you a salute. Dag, man, I wish you'd have came to us a little bit earlier. It's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? Better late than never. You know what I'm saying? We can ready to sign off here in a minute. But let me just say this, bro. At the end of the day, Clue, you brought up something earlier. The top 75 player ceremony, right?
Yep.
There were how many players in that room before Mike came in? There were how many players in that room, man, that had you been in the same room with them? You know, I ain't saying you would have been in all, but you'd been like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's my dude. T-Mac, Vince Carter, D-Wade, whoever, you know, George Gervin, whoever the 75 guys were, right? We all saw what Allen Iverson, right? And it was, listen. But when Mike walked in, it was like the Red Sea part. I ain't trying to, I'm just saying, right?
That is how they described it.
Okay.
Players
that's
included.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you is everybody else, minus the TNT folks with Charles and them, even though this is getting ready to be disbanded, however Jubba J just put that, it's like Jubba J, yeah. Like that 75 hold or that whole ceremony thing. NBC said, hold RB, watch this. And when Mike walked into that room, he wasn't doing no play-by-play and no details then either. You understand what I'm saying? But listen to what everybody said that was in that room with him, what they said when he walked in and they said after the fact. NBC on NBA, NBA on NBC, take your pick, however you want to say it, fast 2 times. That's what they banking on, bro. When Mike walked, listen, pre-recorded, no recorded, record me sometime, all the time, or never the time. When Mike show up on the scene again, bro, it's gonna be like walking into that 75 room again, bro. Everybody in that room was great in their own right. Everybody. But when that dude walked in that room, man, it was a hush. We're talking about a guy who ain't been relevant for 30,000 years, like Gully pointed out. Ain't nobody seen him since 1918. Okay, I got you. But when he walked into that top 75 room 10 minutes ago, yeah, he was relevant then, wasn't he? Everybody was chit-chatting. You know how you do when you're in a large gathering before the speaker of the house come on and hit the glass. Ding, 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 ding. Attention. Everybody talking, everybody having their own little conversations. Mike walk in the room at that top 75 thing, and they was like, oh, okay. Everybody like E.F. Hutton. Everybody shut the up. All I'm telling you is
to add salt to injury. It was in Cleveland, by the way. Y'all know that's your boy's town, Barbershop Jay.
What that got to do?
I'm just saying that's your boy's town. It was kind of cool to see or hear about.
Whose town?
LeBron James.
Oh man, please. Okay, all right. Well, I'm Thank you, Khalil. Because guess what? And on that note, I'll leave you with this quote. Well, I ain't about to do that, bro. These people got to go to bed. They got work in the morning, bro.
Knicks at 5.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I got 5 on live. 5. I got 5 on it. How about that? Who is this, Double J? Don't nobody want to see
Man, this Frankie Valley, man. This.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Don't nobody want to see Frankie Valley in the bell tones. Stop it. Anyway, and on that note, I'll leave you with this quote. He who understands humanity seeks solitude. Let me read that again. He who understands humanity seeks solitude. It's been fun, but we got to run. Oh, now this dude. Oh, man, this dude right here. What's this Double J? What did you at the mascot convention? This dude right here, bro. So disrespectful. It's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out.
Just drawing the parallel. That's
oh, there, yeah. Okay, got you. Well, why don't you put up the banana splits? Why don't you? La 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 la
oh
la la
God.
la.
Talking about throwbacks.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
that I tune in for at halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. The banana splits. Well, that's what time it is. And Speed Racer. Anyway, Hong Kong Fooey 2. Anywho, y'all don't know about none of that. It's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out every Thursday. I hope on the PM side, right here on the yard. Did I say that right? Say it fast 2 times. Anyway, or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the Shops fan page, and of course YouTube. And please make sure when you're at the tube or hit that subscribe button. We'd be much obliged. Anyway, if that don't work, yeah, shout out to the banana splits, baby. If that don't work, you can Google it. For my dudes, Be Rich, Double J, D Gully, and my son Khalil, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay. You'll be listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come on to the shop, man. Walk-ins are always welcome. Gully, I got some no-dos I'm gonna send you here in a minute. And Double J, I don't know what y'all drinking over there in that house, but I suggest y'all add a little fire to it. You know what I'm saying? Flick your big, baby. And Khalil, you on the other hand, pack your bags. You up out of here.
Oh,
so am I. Peace. We out. Yeah, I ain't got time for none of this. All right, my feet hurt.